go take a look at how we're looking over here.
Yes, indeed. So this is the first time we've seen Kyuketsuki doing a race, so that'll be interesting to have a new runner in the mix. And it's interesting to see Korenth back again. He's like a AC/DC song. Pretty sure those are the dudes that made Back in the Saddle. But anyways, yeah. And then I do have Jester stream open, so I'll be able to keep track of him as well. It looks like we're just waiting for everybody to get on the active wait screen.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna go wherever. We'll just call it technical difficulties. So why don't think we can return to our race screen here and await a countdown.
Very nice, very nice. Oh, I'm seeing a frog heart in chat. I like that. Who is I don't see Korenth on the active wait screen. That's kind of worrying me a little bit.
Korenth is just having a slight issue, he says, and should be resolved quickly. Oh, he's gonna have to restart his stream, it looks like. That's okay. You know, sometimes these things just get off to a bit of a rocky start.
We'll bring it around. It's all good.
Yeah, thanks for hanging in there, everyone. It's just one thing after another today.
We believe in you, Procky.
Believe in Korenth?
We believe in all the racers here. We will get this started. We will not give up. Yo, thanks, Maverick.
Woohoo! I have an image.
Indeed, yes.
Okay, we can stop with the Gato music now. It's no longer a clown show, and we're right on track. So, yeah, let's start the race, everyone. Haha, welcome.
Now, Procky, before we begin, Pseudo-Ark was wondering if you could resend the spoiler log to him.
Yes, indeed. I will see what I can do about that. Let's see.
It is urgent. And we have a couple people starting. Isle of Frog start. Very interesting. A lot of good physical damage, not very good magic. Alright, and he's off. A little bit of a late start, but if there's anybody who can make that up, it's Korenth. Alright, and we see an instant power tab pickup from Dipwood. Oh, and Aku hitting up the Sunken Desert for some free items. You can usually find some pretty good items in there, not all the time.
Yeah,
but you'll at least get something you can sell.
Yeah, like the worst thing that's gonna happen is like you find like a few mid tonics and a couple of ethers or something, which still not terrible, but it does take like a couple of minutes. So, you know, when you go down there, you're hoping for something that you can either wear or sell, and chances are pretty good.
And then we're right into the market fight as well. So there's that fight in Medina Village in the market. If you try and buy something, they'll attack you. It's a really good way to get 5 levels in your first tech on every character except for Magus, who takes 50 tech points. And we're about to see our first key item from the carpenter. Or his wife, I should say. Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness.
So instead of going to Cathedral, we're going Hecarim's Cave first. Yes, indeed. So we saw the carpenter's wife was giving out free 40 ounces. And the snail stop had the bent hilt. Nice. Dip would pour in the pop so that when he feels like he wants to go to Giant's Claw, he can just go to 600 and go right in without having to
that's
set
a
it
good
up
call.
later.
That's a nice thing to be able to actually do early on. You don't see that often.
I feel like I'd probably forget and go to Toma's grave anyway and be like, why isn't the quest starting?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, so we're going for the power tab in the 600 Sunkeep. It must have rolled high. Yeah, in 3.0, power tabs can be +3, +5, or +7. So if they roll 5 or 7, it's usually kind of worth it to go out of your way to grab at least a couple.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, especially when you do get that +7 roll, it's like, you know, it's like finding 7 speed tab, or sorry, 7 power tabs at once.
Yeah, it can make a big difference. It's really easy to star power a character with +7s. Very nice, we got another market fight. We should be moving into Cathedral really soon. Don't want to be running around with 2 characters forever. Oh, it looks like Kyuketsuki bought the bent hilt. Interesting.
Yeah, I guess that's not the worst idea in the world. You do have Frog in your team, so You know, if you have Frog in the Bent Hill, you're only one item away from go mode.
Yes, indeed. I guess this castle can be pretty challenging really early in the seed, though.
That's true. Yeah, unless you have like some really good magic, like you can do a little bit of grinding, I'd say, in Magus's castle, but you know, you're pretty limited to what you can easily screen wipe efficiently. So, and without access to, say, 65 million, where, you know, there's a really good grinding spot there, and there's, you know, others in the future and whatnot. But yeah, without a really good grinding spot, it's difficult to get ahead, and it's difficult to even think of where a great grinding spot is in between 600 and 1000. I mean, you know, the desert is probably the top of my list, but you do need ice or water to really make it efficient.
I mean, did the enemies respawn in there if you leave?
They don't respawn, but it's something that as long as you can take them out with ice, you can rack up a lot of XP. So I mean, yeah, unfortunately you can't repeat it, but if you're able to kill them, it should go definitely on your priority list for leveling up your character early.
Dipwood was the first one to grab Marl, so maybe he will have ice for that.
Indeed, yeah.
Frog and the girls. Awesome. Yeah, you gotta get that Nagaet bromide that's hidden in that room in the left there of the cathedral. It'll give you one of each speed tabs when you turn it into the creepy guy in the town south of Zenith Bridge. Well, it looks like we have a water too from Frog. That's beautiful. Okay, looks like Dipwood's gonna go ahead and finish Cathedral. Looks like he wants another character.
Yeah, that's pretty smart. This seems like a little bit of a flimsy team. It's not terrible, though. Be a little bit gear dependent with, you know, needing weapons for Frog and Marl, and Ayla's pretty robust on her own, but...
And then the other thing, too, is you may want Robo for that early Ret Night. If you have Water 2 already, you could, you know, probably do an early Ret Night.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and if you manage to hit that core, you can get, you know, quite a lot of experience and tech points from that.
Indeed you can. Alright, every runner's in the cathedral now, but in different spots. Oh, free shelter. Nice. We got Dipwood setting up for his Yakra fight. Yakra is the first boss. He's not supposed to be super challenging. He's got like 900 HP. Usually not a problem.
Yeah. Yakra typically is just not a threat. I mean, unless you're playing the boss randomizer, so you really don't have to be very worried at all.
Yeah, and even then in the boss randomizer, usually it's still pretty much okay. except for a couple key examples.
I mean, I suppose it could be challenging, and I've seen, because I have seen this done by a couple of runners. Some runners will go like directly for Yakra instead of, say, doing a bit of a grind verse. So like we saw a couple runners today, like we saw, I think Dipwood was in Guardia Forest taking some fights, and another way to do it is in the store. You can fight the merchant and his henchmen or whatever, and or the Omnicron technically. So then, anyway, then you learn your first tech that way. You enter Cathedral with a little bit of something. But some players actually I've seen go straight to Yakra, so you have to be pretty prepared for that. In other words, I don't recommend it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Aku's doing right side of the Cathedral. I haven't seen that in a while. Just grab, there's like was it 4 chests over there, 5?
Yep, there's
just
4
some
chests.
Extra items to help you start out.
Yep, 4 chests, and a couple fights too. I mean, every little fight counts here, and typically, like, you don't take too many, but if you take a couple more than you're used to taking, you actually will like learn an extra tech usually on one of your characters, or get a level or 2. So it's not the worst idea in the world sometimes to actually take a couple fights here. We actually do it in the speed run, the vanilla speed run.
All right, and we'll see who's in the castle. Dipwood's the first to get there. Yeah, this is where you get your 4th character. Normally, Marl would appear here after you save Queen Lean. But this is a randomizer, so... Hey, it's Robo!
Like Robo.
Yeah, Robo's been growing on me a little bit in the past couple weeks. Yeah, Procky used to be anti-frog, and I used to be anti-Robo. Things are changing.
Yeah, and I used to be extremely pro-Robo, but he's fallen out of favor a little bit with me. And the only thing I can point to is the speed issue, really, because he is just such an all-around good character. He does massive physical damage, good magic damage, and he can do a party heal, which is great. Something you don't want to overlook ever.
Yeah, it's usually not much more than a Lapis, but it's still, if you can heal all 3 characters in one turn, that's just so nice. Alright, Korenth is coming up, picking up his Robo. Looks like we're going to get a Xenon bridge check here, a jerky check. We'll see if a lot of people, if they get an item they don't like, will just go ahead and reset here and just go elsewhere, but let's see what he gets. Ooh. Yeah, it looks like Dipwood's going to go ahead and take that bent sword. And now all he has to do is, that's right, Moon. All he has to do is go buy the bent hilt from the snail stop, and he's... and forge it with Melchior in 1000 AD at his hut. And then he's good to go Magus' castle. That was pretty quick.
Yeah, that's an extremely fast go mode.
Oh, and we have an early tailspin on Isla. That's really nice. Tailspin's just about her only magic, but it is non-elemental, and it'll cut through a lot of defenses. For enemies, certain situations, it can be really good. Now let's see some of these infamous Xenon bridge drops. What's Ozzy dropping today?
Oh, a Kali Blade. That's pretty good.
Wow. Is that one of the sellable ones? I don't think you can sell that one.
Oh, I'm not sure now. Maybe you can't sell it. If you can't sell it, that's not great. because obviously we don't have Chrono yet, and doesn't look like we're going to be getting Chrono either.
Yeah, because the other two characters, you've got one in the future, in the Protodome, that'll be a random character, and then Dactyl Nest in Prehistory, as well as Frog Spurrow in 600 AD. But once they have both parts of the sword, they can go get that character. But you don't have to get the character to go through Magic Cave, so we'll see if anybody decides to check the burrow.
It's true, he could be at the burrow. It might be, well... You know, the Frog Robo Ayla team, actually, I'm a pretty big fan of that.
Yeah, I mean, you're lacking on the magic front. You've got like Water 2 and Tailspin. Eventually you'll have Shock, which is fairly good from Robo. But if you need to do magic damage, you're kind of in a jam with that team. Although you have 2 full party heals, so you can probably outlast anything. Moon was asking what text Mar will have. I didn't see them. I missed the text screen if it got opened. But here we have Zombor. He should be, at least the top should be going down in a couple hits here. You can use water or shadow on the top, and you can use fire and lightning on the legs, which can really speed up the fight, because Zombor he likes to slow you down a little bit sometimes. You're not really in too much danger with him unless you kill the legs first, then you'll start getting some crazy AoEs and whatnot. That should just be a couple more hits for dipwood there. Zombor will usually have a really good drop as well, I've noticed. He tends to drop some really nice stuff. Oh, the Uzi Punch. It's not doing much damage now, but Uzi Punch is going to be doing speed tab.
Yeah, speed tab. That's great.
Always nice to have an extra speed tab. Especially you were just talking earlier about Robo being pretty slow. Well,
there you go.
That'll
exactly.
help.
Yeah. And going to get another one here now again from the after collecting that Naga Bromide, you get to get another speed tab here as well. Of course, a magic and power tab as well.
Very nice, and we'll see where he goes from there. He's going to do a bit of shopping, get some consumables. And then, yeah, he's got Denadoro. He could do the desert, Hecarim's Cave. He's got some options right now, so we'll see what he's going for. It looks like Hecarim Cave. Just to get a little bit of XP and tech before you forge the sword. Or, oh, did he buy it? Oh, I guess he bought the Bent Hilt. It wasn't on his tracker, so... Yeah, he's just going straight for the Masamune. Nice.
I didn't notice that he actually bought it either. He must have just done it right away.
Yeah, he saw a frog and he saw a Masamune part. He said, I'm getting that. So,
wow.
It's really cool.
Yeah, good for him. That's a good play, because personally for me, I'd be like, okay, it's a part of the sword, but it's 9,900 gold. And it's, you know, minute 1 of the seed. That's a, you know, quite a gamble to make, but wow, it really paid off for him.
Mm-hmm.
Because normally,
Except
I mean, like, I tend to spend my entire 20,000 based just on, you know, the consumables that you need, and if you see like a pendant or a gate key at Snail Stop, you know, go for that for sure. But wow, good play.
Yeah, that is one thing I was going to say. He might be lacking in some consumables. Oh, was that a rune blade from Tabin? I didn't quite see what that was. Oh, and he is going to check the burrow character. Very nice. We'll see who that is in just a second here after like 20 seconds of my favorite song from the game. And we have another sword being forged by Korenth. Yeah, it looks like those two are just going for it. No! Oh, got a Magus. That will certainly help with the magic. Indeed, Maverick did call it. That is very true. Good job, sir.
We need a reward system for people who, get correct predictions, because we could create a chart and see who's actually the best. Maverick is very good at it, but is it a skill? I don't know. Some are better than others, but there's clearly no way to measure it other than with statistics, so I say we create a board.
You know, sometimes you just feel it, and you're right.
Yeah, you just feel it.
Intuition, I believe that's would be what that is. And we see here, oh, Korenth is going to the burrow. I thought he was going to land in Magic Cave and just roll through. I was like, whoa. Then we have the other two runners, Aku and Q, finishing up Zombor. Gotta get that speed tab, that's just so nice. We're kind of seeing a really similar route this seed. A lot of people going pretty much to the same places.
Yeah. Yeah, well, sometimes the seed, is really open-ended in a way, and sometimes it guides you more towards your goal. And yeah, starting with Frog and getting those early sword pieces is a very strong hint of where you should go. So
yeah, very true. Although it would be interesting to see someone go for, hey, I'm going to do like the early Retinite or maybe Hecarim's Cave or something. Or, they might just charge in. I'm really interested to see. Oh, here's a desert from Dipwood. Nice, he's going with the team you don't need to unlock magic for, which I can see why you would do that. That's a good call.
That is a very good call.
So then you can come in here, get all the tech points you were talking about earlier, Procky. And just keep moving.
Maybe you don't need ice. Well, it would have been really helpful here. As you can see, ice, they are weak to it, and I think you have to do a 450 damage or so to take these guys out. Oh, he's running away. So he's just going to go straight to... what's he doing?
Maybe he thought Magus had ice too? I'm not really sure. It seems like Hecarim's Cave would be the better bet for this, although it doesn't have the items in it. He did find a hurricane, so that was pretty nice.
Yeah, I guess he's just going for the loot here, yeah. There's a little slot you can actually sneak behind Retinite there and pick up that chest on the top. It's pretty risky, but it's not that technically that difficult to pull off, but if you happen to trigger Retinite and you don't want to fight him, it's pretty bad.
Indeed it is, yeah. But there's a pretty good window to go behind there. I usually don't go behind there until I actually intend to fight Retinite. But if you're doing like Chrono Sand, oh wait, never mind, you can't get
they're not
in here in Chrono Sand. Anyways.
No, but you're right.
I was just
It's one of those things that it's like, I'm not going to try it unless I'm ready to fight Retinite, in which case, I'll do it for flair. I'm gonna fight him anyways.
Ooh, here we see a difference. Korenth keeping
Yes.
Frog, able to use water on those
Ooh,
guys.
yeah, now that's what I like to see here. Because it is going to be a little difficult going in to Magus' castle, without a couple extra levels to help out. Also, keeping Frog in your party is a good idea. Even if you can't learn magic, he becomes extremely useful, obviously, during the Magus fight itself. Because he can use the Mass Immune to, lower Magus' magic defense and all that. So if you have a good, strong Frog on your team, he'll just survive that battle that much better.
Yes, indeed. Ooh, Aku in the desert as well. That's kind of interesting. I would have gone Hecarim's Cave personally to get tech points. But he has Frog as well, so he's got the water to do it with. It doesn't seem like we're having any of our runners like resisting the Magus' castle route, trying to find other key items. It looks like they're just trying to get ready to go on in there and do it.
Yeah, 100%. It makes me wonder, would I resist any more than any of these players have that kind of inevitable outcome of the seed? Because sometimes I will very much resist Magus' castle, but if you do get this combination of key items, go mode key items like this early, oh man, go for it, because you're gonna get left in the dust by someone who takes that option.
Indeed, yes. And we have a couple Red Knight fights going. I'm sure they'll grab the key item, but I feel like this is more for XP than anything else. Unless they are resisting, that'd be cool. I'd like to see some resistance. Let's go. Yeah, so Red Knight, he's got 3 parts. You just don't want to kill that core first.
No, you do not.
He starts going just all over the place, whether it's the legs or the head or both. It's nuts.
Yeah, there's hardly any way to survive it unless you're like really overpowered, overleveled. Even then, it's sketchy. So if you're really like underleveled, say, and he keeps eating health from the core, it is a possible strategy to actually heal the core if you have like a simple magic spell like Fire One or Ice One. Shoot it at the core, heal him up, just make sure he stays alive through the fight.
Oh, here we are, Dipwood, going through Magic Cave right now. It looks like he might be bringing Frog in. Yeah, he switched out Frog for Isla. Interesting choice. So we have really similar parties, but not the same.
Not exactly the same. It's always interesting to watch these races, and you really get a side-by-side comparison what the difference could be. There's a lot of theory crafting that goes into some of these team builds, and with the randomizer, you never know what you have to work with and at what stage. So it's very useful to when you see something like this.
Well, it looks like he's gonna. Oh, I thought he would revive Isla for just the 20 for everybody, but it looks like he's going for the 40 for Robo and Frog. Oh, but didn't get it. Yeah, sometimes if you have a character down, it's more worth it to revive that character than to continue trying to kill the core.
Absolutely.
For the extra XP. Because that 2000 would have made a big difference for her this early on. Oh, and it was just a barrier behind him. How sad. Oh, here's the Hecarim's Cave. Nice. Oh, looks like he's going for that extra chest in the back. Interesting. You have to fight like a little gauntlet to get to that chest. Yes, indeed. Yeah, don't forget about Jester. He's actually doing the Masa and Mune fight right now on Denadoro.
I had to check in on him myself to see just where he was going with this. And it looks like he actually has... He has the Mass Immune forged. He has Frog. But he's going Denadoro. Of course, this is a different... This is off-screen. You have to go to his stream to see this. It's an interesting thing he's doing, and maybe we'll check in on him every now and then and see where he's at.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, because it looks like he might be resisting the Magus' castle from what we see here. Alright, Dip was the first one in. You go in Magus' castle, you have to check out both of the rooms, and then go back to the middle to get ambushed. And then you've got 2 bosses on each side, Slash on the left and Flea on the right. And then you get to go, then you get to move on after that, so. Korenth not far behind either, he's about to enter the castle as well. Looks like Aku's still, nope, he's heading in too. So the only one still getting ready is Kyuketsuki.
Yeah, and it looks like he's also checking out some other locations. He also, I guess, is resisting a little bit Magus Castle, and I can see why you might want to do 1 or 2 checks. Of course, we were talking about you might want to do a bit of grinding, so we saw like Korenth and Dipwood, they went to the desert to try and, well, at least try and get some experience there. So it could be wise to maybe do a couple checks, get some experience, and also, hey, you have a chance of like finding the gate key. So you could teach magic to your team before going into Magus Castle. Dipwood does not have that problem, obviously, which is very lucky for this seed.
Yeah, Dipwood's like, Magus' castle, let's go.
Could Grand Leon help the runner catch up from the time sink? You'd have to also give Frog like 16 speed and a Berserker, I think, maybe. I don't know. There might be a way.
Or just a hero medal. I think Grand Hero maybe could make up some time, but just the Grand Leon, I don't know about that.
Yeah, it really depends. If it came down to a boss fight somewhere along the way and Frog actually, with his strong sword and leap slash, proved to be the correct thing to do, who knows. But generally speaking, it's nice to have the Grand Leon and the Hero Medal for Frog, but, not required by any means.
Yeah, Grand Hero Frog is pretty... It's funny how strong he gets.
Yeah, I think at this point it is... Especially with power tabs being as buffed as they are, with a leap slash, you will be able to do... it's either 1500 or 3... I can't remember if it's a 1-hit or a 2-hit on the left bit on Lavos, but that for a long time for me was kind of where Frog lacked a lot in terms of his viability endgame, because he just couldn't do any physical damage to Lavos. And when you're in that final phase of Lavos, you want to get that left bit. Typically, you want to get that left bit down as soon as you can. And yeah, if you have that Grand Hero Frog, he's super good at doing that. And also, we just saw a Prism Helm drop, or at least I did. That's great.
Yeah, Prism Helm is awesome. I just wanted to let everybody know that the Denadoro has the Moonstone, so that's not super helpful.
That is awful.
Mm-hmm. I don't like to see that item very often. But yeah, we'll just keep moving.
Yeah,
and it looks like we got...
The Piezo doll.
Go ahead.
Ace Pickle Rick is asking, what's the icon to the left of the clone on the tracker? There's the Piezo doll, but I've asked this before too. No one gave me a straight answer. I don't know what that's for.
Is that for mountains are nice?
I don't know what it's for.
Because my initial reaction would be magic, but that's the sparkles.
Oh, it says tools.
But we got...
Okay. Well, I guess, you know, things are always being updated a little bit. So in this version of Jets of Time, the tools kind of no longer exist, but the Grand Leon does. And if you find the Grand Leon, it acts as the tools. So, yeah. But I think Grand Leon actually is on the tracker. So the Grand Leon is next to Melchior. Melchior represents access to the Magic Cave. Anyway, I'll stop.
Dipwood bringing down Slash really, really fast. So he's already on his way to the second boss. Korenth is all rock throw. That move is awesome. I love rock throw. Pretty good damage, funny animation.
Yeah.
And Slash is a little bit more weak to physical damage than he is magic. You can still damage him with both. So the leap slash and the rock throw, that's good moves to have on Slash. And over here we got Dipwood starting the flea fight. This little guy is really annoying because whoever you hit it with is going to take all your MP. So it's up to you to decide. And then after that, he actually appears. Aku is healing up. I think he's about to do Slash. Yeah. So this is still pretty close. We have a little bit of a lead for
between these three. Lee could be an equalizer here. We'll have to see. It just depends on how she rolls. So her script isn't very consistent, and normally that doesn't matter much, but with her, she has a couple of spells that can just devastate your entire team. But it looks like he's dishing out quite a bit of damage, though. She's not going to last long.
Yeah, I mean, that Beast Toss is doing really nice damage. Because especially being here this early, I'd be worried about the stare. That can do... Oh, here it is.
We get one stare. So if she can chain those, I've seen it happen. She could get 2 of those off in a row, and then you're just done immediately. But that's why you want to actually fight Slash first, just so you can save.
I agree. There goes Slash for Aku. Really nice Beast Toss to finish it off there. Mega Blast drop. I don't think we're going to see Luca, but Mega Blast sells for a pretty good amount, so it's a little bit of gold.
Yeah, in a seed where you're getting such a quick progression, such a fast go mode, it's going to be important to have gold later, because you're just typically spending a lot less time, discovering things and areas and chests, and so by the end of the seed, you're just going to have less gold.
Ooh, Korenth going with the anti-life strats on Flea.
That's pretty good. I don't use anti-life that much myself, but I always enjoy watching others use it.
Yeah, that's a funny move because you have to be really careful with your opportunities with it. But it does a lot of damage, and they did a good job on the animation.
And here's one thing I'm not sure about, is if you kill the boss with anti-life, does Magus stay alive?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, so he'll still not collect the XP. Because I think I've seen him, he looks alive, but yeah, okay. So obviously one way to combat that, we've seen this before, is you just slap a green dream on Magus, and then every anti-life is... Well, you get 1 free anti-life.
Yep, exactly. And the green dream will go off before the XP, so he'll get it then.
Yeah.
Ooh, a silver stud. Beautiful. That'd be good on any one of those characters for like Uzi Punch, Triple Kick, or Dark Matter. Bring it down by half the MP cost. Blackmail can be helpful. We'll have to see who's running the castle tonight, but that blackmail might help with the ultimate attack depending on who it is. If not, it could just help with just some of the general spells that the boss uses at the end of this castle.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting seeing the difference between Korenth and Dipwood's Magus fight here. Unless Dipwood swaps in Frog. Well, we'll just have to see. We'll have to wait and see. Ooh, Dipwood taking a fall on Ozzy's little gauntlet there. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't expect him to take a fall there. But there's some killer loot down here, so it's not like the worst thing to fall once, but if you fall twice, then it's kind of like, oh no.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, there's 4 really nice chests and I guess a magic tab as well.
I can't remember, did any of our runners on stream finish Ret Knight and get the key item, or did they just take the XP?
Now I think Korenth and Aku killed Ret Knight, but I don't know if they turned it. I don't know. I don't think so.
Because I saw Jester pulling down Robo from the altar, and he got the Grand Leon from Ret Knight.
Oh.
So maybe one of our guys has it, and I didn't notice.
Yeah. Actually, it looks like Korenth has the Grand Leon too.
Oh, Aku and Korenth do. Dipwood does not. There we go. My bad. I got to use the eyes a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, it can be a little confusing too with the new tracker, just because you have Melchior and you have the Grand Leon. So we used to use that. The icon that is now the Grand Leon used to be the upgraded Masamune, so it could get confused. But it does appear that everything's correct on the screen here.
Oh, here we go. All runners in the castle. I don't know if I've seen all 4 runners in the castle before. This is amazing.
Yeah,
I watched
I don't know if I have
few
either.
of your guys' races, and I cannot recall the time that there was 4 runners in the castle. So, great job balancing that new go mode.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
And it really hurts having Kali Blade and Swallow, but no Chrono. Like, I love the Swallow. That sword is amazing.
Swallow is such a good sword.
Oh.
Here goes Korenth. Ooh, Korenth takes 1 fall as well.
Ooh, he had a good chance to catch up a little bit. Now this gauntlet here is the only gauntlet in the castle that's unskippable and unrunnable, or neither skippable nor runnable.
Right.
You can use water attacks on those outlaws, the enemies on top, the bird people. But all the other magic, not all the other magic, looks like you can use shadow as well. Shadow and water gets them, but fire does not. I know because I try to use flare on them all the time. It never works.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact immunities and absorbs off my off the top of my head here, but this hallway is a little bit tricky with magic because I don't know for any of these fights if you actually get one AoE magic off and it's going to kill everyone. I think it's always going to heal someone. Well, except for this juggler fight, that's a little different.
Oh, you can use water too on the first one if you have, if
You
it's a
can?
strong enough
Okay.
water too.
Okay.
It'll hit everybody.
It will hit.
That's my favorite. Yeah, that's my favorite way to do this gauntlet is with like water too, and something else. Because if you don't one hit the little yellow floating guys, jugglers, that's what they're called. If you don't one hit them, they'll switch between magic defense and physical defense, and it's really annoying.
All right, Korenth is through the stupid holy floor room, whatever you want to call it.
My goodness, the first time I was in that room, I was raging. I can't even lie to y'all. In vanilla, I fell in every single hole, all of them. Ooh.
Yeah, even sometimes when I think I'm good at that room, I'll still fall in a bunch of holes. But it just takes practice.
Indeed it does, yeah. Luckily the floor is kind of like a grid, a little bit, so it's easy to kind of memorize how many of the little floor units you need to go over.
Yeah. The trickiest part is probably when you get up close to Ozzy and you have to like hit it right at the correct position. Because if you go up, you'll hit a hole, and if you go right too early, you'll hit a hole. But the first part is pretty easy. You just kind of, you go straight to the right and then hug the wall pretty much all the way to Ozzy. But yeah, a little bit of practice, you know, like a lot of things in this, you know, if you want to improve your game, improve your time, just make save states in your emulator and, you know, spend 10 minutes just playing that sequence over and over, and it will do wonders for your run.
Yeah, even a small amount of time like that can make a big difference. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, because, you know, it's a lot better than just practicing every time you get there during a seed, which is not often, especially with Magus Castle.
All right. This is my favorite gauntlet because you can just run to the left or right. And when you get to the door at the end, some enemies will try and pop out. Just go ahead and press A, and you'll get right through the door.
And I'm just checking in on SaintVonJester, and it looks like he is just finished up Heckran Cave. And
yeah, he's
going to be let
popping out
down.
of the whirlpool.
He's going to get let down here.
Oof. Well, he has the Prism Shard and the Moonstone, but no prehistory or future access. Dipwood killing it with the Charm. The Charm counts as an attack, so Mega Elixirs? Wow.
Holy
that's
cow.
Amazing. So Dipwood over here is guaranteed if he charms 4 Lapises and then 4 Mega Elixirs for every drop on those cranks. I think every runner's going to be happy when they get to that. That's the best drop I've ever seen on those cranks. That's insane.
And that is a very clever strategy that I've never used before, but I definitely will from now on, using Charm on them.
Mm-hmm. Why get 4 items when you can get 8?
Well, yeah.
Ooh, Korenth really close behind. Demon hit for Frog, that's nice. They'll probably keep the Masamune on for now. Oh, he's got the Grand Leon. Never mind. You can sell that for like 10k. I'm getting a little bit better at keeping track of 4 people.
Yeah, it gets a little tedious. I was just wondering, though, I'm not sure if does the Grand Leon lower Magus's magic defense?
I don't think it does.
I think you may have to use
probably ask Raster.
You may have to use the forged sword in order to use that strategy against Magus. And, you know, especially if you're in here early, it's a pretty good idea.
Ooh.
It looks like Dipwood is just...
a fucking Ayla down.
Oh my.
Slash is giving him some trouble over there. Q is having a little trouble with Slash, but he got it.
Yeah, he got it.
Nice.
So Dipwood is heading into Magus without Frog. So I thought this would just be... Ooh, and it's Luca. That is a little scary.
Yeah, let me tell y'all, Flare is a lot less fun when it happens to you.
Yeah.
Unless you got red mails, then it's all good.
Yeah, I haven't gotten very many good looks at their equipment, but we are getting a look at Dipwood's now. He's definitely going to go for some magic protection. And, yeah. Oh, he does have a red vest there.
Okay, cool. So 1 red vest, he should be good if he can get to second phase. It'll be Luca there will only use fire attacks in the second phase. So he should be able to get through it with just that red vest.
And
oh wow, he was going for the chest, surrounded by the kids. I haven't seen them. I haven't seen that chest in a while.
Oh yeah. And yeah, well, let's see what we get. A full tonic. Hey, you know, if you have 0 full tonics, it's better to have 1.
Full tonics are nice. Yeah, 500 HP heal.
Yeah,
it's a good item.
Korenth is doing a little bit of grinding here on the bats. Something I remember from my childhood.
Oh wow, you can just gather them all up, huh?
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever
Is
done
that
this
on
in
these?
jets. Oh, I must have at some point. But oh no, it does. It rewards you fairly well. I mean, you do get that 18 tech points. It looks like, and you know that's not bad. He must be looking to gain something. He must have something coming soon. That's going to help him a lot in this Magus fight. Of course, Dipwood's just plowing right through it. It looks like without Frog.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you can get physical damage off and just eat the magic attacks, that's usually the way I like to do the fight, is to just use physical and not try and wait for the element you need.
Yeah,
because it can be.
Yeah, that beast
it can
toss.
Be pretty random.
That beast toss has been doing a lot of work for him, and yeah, something Korenth just doesn't have. I mean, he's presumably going to get drop kick at some point. But without Robo,
that would be a dropkick would be great tech for the Magus fight.
Yeah, and in general, it's good for even endgame. You know, it does a lot of damage. Is it leap slash and triple kick together?
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
That's 2 very powerful techs together. And often overlooked.
What could possibly go wrong? It also hits a lot better than just leap slash by itself, because I'm sure we all have experienced leap slash missing.
Yes.
That's never fun.
And the hilarious animation that comes with it.
Yeah. The bonk is pretty funny, but you're still like, no.
It's hard to laugh when you're playing and the bonk happens, but easy to laugh when you're watching. So we've got Q at Flea now. So he got through that slash fight by the skin of his teeth, and now we'll see how he does against Flea. She's a little nasty, but he does have a couple barriers up.
Barriers, that's great. That'll really help out. Oh wow. SaintVonJester, the face of resistance, is now fighting Yakra 13.
What a hero. I'll call him a hero.
He's like, Magus's castle? Nah.
He must really hate Magus's castle. I'll bet he does Thomas Pop after this now.
Oh yeah, Pseudo, that is a good point. Anti-life and Masamune. Yeah, that can really help out. Every time you hit him, the anti-life will be stronger. It's just kind of difficult to keep reviving Magus. I don't know how many revives he has. Aku's in there beast tossing as well.
It's pretty incredible that just want to say we have 3 Magus fights going on at the same time, which is incredible. And yeah,
with different parties.
Yeah.
You got Magus, Ayla, Robo.
Yeah, they're
Frog,
all different
Ayla,
parties.
Magus, Robo, Ayla, Frog. Yeah, wow.
Aku's struggling just a little bit there. He's got a couple of characters to revive. I would be getting very nervous. But he's just Hail Mary.
To... Oh, very good. Yeah, trying to get to that second phase so he has a second without an AoE to revive people, because trying to revive people in first phase is so tough when he's throwing an AoE almost every turn.
Ooh, it looks like
we have a reset.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a feeling this fight would really, switch things up, because
yes, indeed.
Our runners have been pretty, at each other's heels this whole time, but Even
there
Korenth
goes
could.
Dipwood, very nice.
Yeah, Dipwood's got it. Korenth actually could make up a little bit of time here, maybe.
I do believe Magus is another boss, kind of like Black Tyranno, who has a random range of health. I might be wrong about that. I know it's not as high as Black Tyranno can get, but it's like 8 to 10,000 or something, I think.
I believe you're right.
So you got to watch out for that.
Yeah, I don't know the exact numbers, but yes, there's a range.
Ooh, and we're about to see Zeal in the new shop. That was quick. Nice, getting out the water twos. Korenth has got to be getting close to second phase by now. Q's down there, he's getting some extra XP in one of the gauntlets. He's got the same party as Korenth, so as we've seen there, it might be a good idea to get a little bit of extra XP and tech with them. Because Dipwood's he's got some shopping to do here. He's at the best shop in the game. Then all he's got to do is beat the golem, and he'll be in Ocean Palace. So it's going to be kind of hard to catch up with him.
Yeah, especially with this team, it actually has, a lot of potential for Ocean Palace. As long as he gets Dino Tail on time, he's going to be able to, speed his way through that elevator. Of course, the same does go for Korenth, but like you said, it's just going to be hard to catch up with him once he gets going here.
No. I actually missed the good one, but it's nice he has some ethers over here on the regular shop side.
Yeah, always good to have 99 ethers.
Yes, indeed. Where's Taco at? I haven't seen Taco in a while. Visual hat for sale and prism helm. Well, go for the prism helm because it's cheaper, right?
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that funny?
So, yeah, and they picked up a prism helm in the castle, didn't they?
That's
so
right.
They had 2 of them. That is huge. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's so big for the Lavos fight and everything. Status protection is always something you're going to be concerned about, and if you can wear it on your head, it's just amazing. Yeah,
and if he really wants to go all 3 status, he can throw that amulet that Magus comes with on to the last person who doesn't have a helmet, but 2 is manageable. You only need 1 ATB bar to throw a heal.
Yeah, technically 2 is more than you need, but it's probably the optimal number. However, I do find, in the 3rd phase of Lavos, you will get those random status effects thrown at you sometimes, but not always. And it can be good to really protect everyone, if you can. But we'll leave that up to the runners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would really like to see Boogie here on the Golem, but looks like we'll have to do the classic do damage and finish with ice or fire strategy.
Yeah, perhaps he just hasn't learned it yet, I suppose. Doesn't seem to matter much, though, because he's outputting insane amounts of damage.
Yeah, Robo needs a laser spin still. Korenth getting through. Very nice.
Yeah, and Kyu's not too far behind, really. I think he's gonna, maybe not catch up with Dipwood necessarily, but if he has a decent Magus fight, he'll basically be right back in this race. Once everyone's past Magus, we're gonna see another equalizing boss, which is Lavos. And if you see any resets on Lavos from anyone, it just can change the makeup of the entire race.
Indeed. And if you want to see some Lavos resets, check out last week's race.
Yes, that was fun.
Very nice. We'll see if he takes a fall here. Whoa. Yep.
Yeah.
So we have one runner, Ocean Palace, another runner at the new shop, and another runner still in the first phase of Magus, looks like. But that fight shouldn't be too much longer. Oh no, Robo!
I would say that
Oh no, Isla!
right now on Korenth's screen, this is going to be actually maybe his best opportunity to catch up with Dipwood, because I noticed Dipwood spent a lot of time in his menus, which is smart to think things out, but he spent quite a bit of time carefully going over everything, and if Korenth was doing this quicker, he's also being very careful, which again is smart, but it does provide an opportunity to make up time, especially in a race.
Jester, the ultimate resistor of anything Magus's castle, is now in Reptite Lair getting some levels from Evil Weevils.
Oh, that's interesting. So he must have got the gate key from the Prism Shard. Yakra 13?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well then, he has resisted Magus's castle successfully up until now. We'll see how it goes for him.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we already have a runner in Ocean Palace, so that's not looking crazy good. But I'm not going to count anybody out until that right bit disappears.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like Dipwood's going to be doing probably a bit of grinding here. I mean, you do want to be at least level 27, I'd say, after this grind spot. Didn't get a good look at how many levels Korenth has. If he's a little bit higher of a level, again, that could afford him an advantage time-wise, but we'll just have to see.
Yeah, because he did get those desert fights with Frog in his party.
Yes, he did.
So that was a little bit more XP. Dipwood, if he wants to go to 27, he only needs to do like 2 fights here, though, to get that.
Yeah, pretty much. It's not going to take long.
Didn't see him drop. Did they drop anything? I think they dropped nothing, which is sad.
Yeah, I didn't see, but usually you'll at least get an ether or a mid-ether or even a full ether or a hyper-ether. It's usually an ether of some kind.
Could be magic tabs as well. That's always fun. Oh yeah, no drop. Maybe next time.
Oh, Korenth going for the charm, getting a load vest off Golem there.
Hey, you know, I mean, the new shop is just right behind you, I guess, but that's not the greatest item to charm.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to pull
nice.
out of there, but boy, I don't know what he might possibly want. Because, like, frankly, this has been pretty good for drops, items, gear. Like, we've got Prism Helms, we've got 4 Mega Elixirs for everyone who went through Magus Castle.
Oh, I forgot about that for a second. That's so amazing.
It sets you up so nicely for endgame.
I love having more than like 2 Mega Elixirs for Lavos. I'm like, oh, somebody's down to half MP. Let's use a Mega Elixir.
Yeah, why not, right?
More often than not, you'll get hit. You'll get hit before it gets thrown, and then you'll heal 2 people.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, there's the drop kick. Let's go. Taking out the Golem. Yeah, Korenth is still really close to Dipwood.
He is very
Korenth
close.
is really well.
He's very close to exactly where Dipwood is at now. So we're going to take a peek at Korenth's level when we get a chance and figure out how far behind he actually is. Aku's taken down Magus Oh, he's almost at the end of this fight here, but he's taking a big risk by not reviving anybody. I think that's a risk.
I thought he had the red vest on, like, I think it was Dipwood who had a red vest. So I thought he was going for that. But no, she's getting hit by fire. So that's unfortunate. We have 2 characters down. In the second phase, you do have a turn where it'll say Magus risks casting a spell, and it's pretty possible to revive someone in that time. Yeah, he's just going full tonic and right into it.
It may be advisable to, like, the second you get hit with that attack, revive somebody, and then the next turn use a Mega Elixir, but you also...
Yeah, it would be...
Well, it's just sticky.
It'd be nice to save them, but if you really need to use one to get yourself out of it, because if you lose right now, like, that's a huge amount of time.
It's so much time.
He's been in this fight for like 6 minutes or something. He's been in this fight for a while, so to lose at the very end of this one would be really, really detrimental. So if you need to throw a Mega Elixir, go for it. It looks like he's got the cycle down pretty well. So
he does. I think he's ran out of full tonics now, maybe, but he'll be able to do something at least. Yeah, he's looking at those megas. Yeah. I think that's his only option, so here we go.
Ooh, it's tough to justify for one character, though. Oof.
I know, it doesn't feel right.
But yeah, if you need to get through this fight and you're in a race, I mean, get through the fight. 100%.
There he goes, too, taking Magus down. Beautiful fight, to be honest. I mean...
Yeah, that could have been much worse. Much, much worse than that.
It's not. Almost nothing brings me more pleasure than seeing someone get through something like that.
Guess where Jester's entering right now?
Uh-oh. Don't tell me.
Yeah, it's Magus's castle.
Oh,
Resistance was futile, unfortunately. Oh, so that'll put him a bit behind. That's unfortunate, but he's going to be over leveled. So
he will be over leveled. Yeah, I mean he'll finish within a reasonable time. And I mean Dipwood and Korenth are going so fast that it's they're really good players.
Indeed they are. But even the best of us go a little too fast sometimes, and you can kind of swerve a little bit more than you'd like. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's looking good for those two, especially Korenth coming back after however long not playing and just hopping in a race. Like, that's awesome.
I think just before he started, he said, "De-rust before race?" Like, no. Full race or go home.
Yeah, like the title of his stream, yeah.
Oh, is that
like
the
that?
title?
I can't remember exactly.
He mentioned it in the the race room.
All right, here we have the elevator, and we have Dino Tail. Beautiful. Yeah, that elevator can be really annoying and long if you have to use all the different elements or physical attacks. So Frog Squash, Dino Tail, they're the main AoE physicals. You can also use something like Falcon Hit. It'll make the elevator a lot easier for you.
Yeah, and I guess maybe Dipwood did level a little more than he needed to, just because he was looking for that Dino Tail. That's what I think he did there. And it looks like Korenth is actually... He got Frog Squash sooner than Dipwood got Dino Tail, so Korenth just made up a little bit of time. And he's headed straight to the elevator now.
Very good. And then we got Aku finishing up in Kajar and heading up to Ocean Palace now. Gotta get through the Golem, of course, but after that Magus fight, that Golem's gonna feel so easy. Alright, here's the worst fight on the elevator. Oh yeah. Because if you can only manage to get one of them at a time, they'll each hit you with an attack.
Yeah, it's awful.
If you use an AOE, each of them will counter, and then they'll still attack. It's so bad. It's annoying. Oof. Dipwood not even getting stuck in that door. I get stuck in that door all the time.
You do have to like hold off the run a little to get in there. That's all I do, at least. I just let my thumb off B.
Interesting. I'll have to try that because I like run to the right of the door and slide in, and that usually gets me in the door.
Yeah, there's a couple spots where I find myself just letting my thumb off the run button, because otherwise there's a few doors and stuff around the game, and just letting run off a little bit here and there actually speeds you up, funny enough.
Alright, so we're really getting down to it now. Dipwood, he's just got the double golem fight. I still don't think he has Boogie, but he'll be able to handle that fight, no problem. And then he's off to Lavo Shell, so...
Yeah, he's looking good,
really
looking good, level 31. Pretty appropriate.
Yeah, level 31's. That's my favorite level to be at.
Korenth is really not far behind now. Wow, I think he made quite a bit of time there.
Yeah, because he was looking a little bit farther back because of those bats right before. Oh, Boogie, yes, yes, golf clap. But yeah, he is definitely making up time. That Boogie's gonna make it tough though, because he's not gonna have that. So he might actually fall a little bit farther behind fighting the Golem twins. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Because if they attack, that's animation time.
Yes.
That's gonna happen, so...
That's true, I didn't think of that. Yeah, Boogie is just so good. Just being able to cast Stop is just so good. It's,
Yeah. Not to mention AoE Stop.
Another strategy I've seen employed against these Golem Twins is having a Siren equipped on Marl and having a Berserker on her as well. And she'll just start firing those arrows, all over the place. And it really doesn't take long at all before they both have Stop cast on them.
That's hilarious. I've never thought of that. Berserker Siren sounds really funny. Maybe if there was hit tabs, more people would use it.
Yes. Hit tabs would increase the use of those girls. And Korenth getting through those skips pretty nicely. It was clean. It was a little bit slower than Dipwood, but it's better than encountering the fight there.
Absolutely, yeah.
And now Aku actually
look
at how Aku has caught up. I mean, now he's starting his elevator grind. After all that ill success at Magus having to reset there, he's right back in this.
Yeah, he already has Frog at low health and everything, so he doesn't even have to stop at the statue. That's nice.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, amazing.
Beautiful. It looks like Kyuketsuki down there is getting pretty close to the Magus fight. I think he just cleared out Ozzy. I saw him charming the cranks too, so yeah, that's a nice little way to get some free stuff. In this case, lapises.
Yeah, again, that's just something I never considered before, but I'm definitely going to do it every time I have the chance in the future. I always learn at least one thing, you know, when I watch these races.
Oh yeah, it's great to see, you know, all the different things people come up with.
Now here we go, Dipwood into the Lavos shell fight. So I didn't see if he went back to save just prior to this, because you do get a chance right here to do a menu glitch. Didn't look like he needed to. He's probably all healed up with a shelter. But it's one thing you can do, especially in a race, to actually get a little bit ahead, is skip the save, and if you're confident enough with a good team, just use that menu glitch to heal up, and you're not going to have to go through saving. Yeah.
Indeed, yeah, just be careful with that. Otherwise you'll have to fight the Golem Twins again. And we can see Korenth here with all blackmails. But again, that's animation time, and that beam attack takes a long time to cast. So
yeah, it's really safe, but really slow. But that dropkick is really doing a lot of work.
Oh, dropkick is so cool. I did a Tab Sanity. I had Star on both of them, and it was doing almost 5k.
Oh my goodness. That sounds like a lot of fun.
I really like Tab Sanity.
We can see Aku is doing his frog squash strats here. That's great. Great to see. Yeah, Tab Sanity is something I haven't played too much. A few seeds. It does feel like a little bit torturous to me, but it can actually go pretty well especially if you use Ayla and you use a lot of charm. Seed can go very, very well.
And don't forget about the free shops option.
Yeah, that's true. That would actually completely fix everything, come to think of it.
Yeah, if you're just trying to mess around a little bit, you know, Tab Sanity free shops, like that's really fun.
Yeah, it just makes the seed fun instead of punishing, right?
Exactly. I know Shark would disagree, but shoutouts to Ravenous Shark.
Yeah, Ravenous Shark. Every time that awesome person, Ravenous Shark, he'll submit a seed for me to play, and it's always got all of the hardest possible flags on it every single time. And he's fun.
And then doesn't he play it on his phone? He plays like the hardest seeds ever on his phone.
Like, we used to race like these hard mode boss scaling seeds, and then I found out he's doing it on his phone too, and yeah. We have a few players who some people play with a keyboard, some people play with their phone. Yeah, it looks like Dipwood's through the shell. Holy moly, and Korenth's
very nice.
Starting the shell fight too now.
Not bad. Hopefully we can get to see, because he couldn't use Beast Toss on the shell, but Korenth can use Dropkick on the shell, so maybe that'll help make up some of the time for him. We got Kyuketsuki and Magus still, and Jester's climbing up to the cranks, or the room with the holes, pardon me.
Okay, so he's past Slash and Flee, so that makes sense. I mean, I wouldn't actually expect him to have very much trouble there. Just because, yeah, like you said before, he has more levels than anyone else, and it looks like he did fall through a hole. Just updates from SaintVonJester stream. So I think every single player fell through one hole today.
Indeed. Nipple lasers for Dipwood. He doesn't even care.
Yeah, that's true.
I usually go for that arm.
Just what Raster Cecil was saying about Beast Toss being useless on Lavos. And I've just noticed Dipwood has been relying heavily on Beast Toss, which, I mean, it is a great skill, but that it's just going to make him have to switch things up a little here. And he already is, but...
And use a lot more MP with triple kick as well.
Yeah. Very expensive.
Very nice. You survived the 2 boomerangs. If 2 of those hit the same character, it's just probably gonna bring him down.
Oh yeah, I mean, you would have to have a gold earring and really high physical defense, right? And then maybe you'd survive 2 of them. But sometimes,
yeah, exactly.
Like if you have someone like Marl or Luca in your party for that, like they're squishy enough to get one-shotted sometimes.
And then you can get, one of them down and then the other one down. So that's why we like to get rid of one arm first. I've actually started going for the left arm with my single target recently. Doing like the AoE and then hitting the left arm just to get rid of an arm faster.
Just to get rid of it, yeah. And it looks like that's basically what Dipwood was doing there, of course, with his triple kick. So a very good strategy.
I wouldn't be surprised if I learned it from watching him. Like, Dipwood's a crazy good player.
Yeah, he sure is. He rushed on the scene and, well, he took the world record from me and Boom Blizzard. But that's fine.
Rip.
We're always happy to, have challengers come and show us that we're not as good as we think we are.
Alright, Aku taking a pretty good amount of time to grind here. I thought he'd already went down, but oh, here we go. Oh, he was in the last fight. I got confused. So Aku getting ready to go on the elevator. Yeah, this is a really nice race between these 3 here.
Yeah, Aku's
and now
really
we've
not
got
that far behind at all. Yeah, we've got Q at Magus.
And then Jester is on his way up to Aussie now. I mean, after doing so many extra checks, like Jester's coming up, he might get 4th. We'll have to see. He's coming up quick.
Yeah, that's true. And those extra levels will go a long way in Magus Castle. Like, something we were talking about very early on is that they got that go mode so fast. They were just maybe a little under-leveled heading into Magus. And, that's why we did see struggles, frankly, with just about every player on Magus. Maybe not a huge struggle with Korenth and Dipwood, but they weren't exactly owning Magus either, which you tend to do, and which, SaintVonJester most likely will at this point. He's going to come in there really high level. And if you do get in there high level, it's just Magus is kind of a joke. He's no longer a threat at all. But go ahead, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I was just saying Dipwood into Lavos Core gets the menu. I almost never get the menu.
Yeah, that's another one of those things you can do some practice, make a save state and...
Oh, trust me, Procky, I have.
Oh, okay. Shut my mouth.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the menu glitch here is so good because obviously it is great. You get to heal up, but not only that, there are some equipment changes that you're going to find really useful between these 2 phases of Lavos.
Absolutely, yeah. It's you're pretty much good to take off status. I mean, he'll do the random status thing, of course, but the problem is left bit will take away your status. So if you're not going for the left bit, I mean, you can leave 1 status on maybe, or if you have the helmet, it's all good. But it might get taken away, so you can put on your prism specs or whatever you need to, speed belts, dash rings.
Yeah, typically it's a totally good strategy to go with, but I'd say 1 out of 50 times it's going to bite you because you could get a full stop cast on your team. It's not something that happens often, but we've seen it in a race.
Yeah, full stop is basically a wipe.
Yeah.
Well, you said full stop and it hurt my soul a little bit. I'm like, ooh, ouch.
Yeah, if you've ever had it done to you, those words should cause you pain.
I haven't had full stop, but I have gotten double stop, so... Oh, we have a stop on Magus.
Yeah, we have 1 stop here. not too bad. He's got... Ayla is not affected right now, so she's going to be able to cast a heal. And then he can just wait probably for... or Kiss. Kiss is good too.
Yeah, get a little bit of a HP heal as well as a status heal. That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, if you do have Ayla in your party...
Great move.
Yeah, if you do have Ayla in your party, use Kiss for that. And don't forget, because something I've also seen is runners will forget that Kiss actually heals status, and they think they're out of heals, but they're not, and then, yeah. So don't forget.
Indeed. Indeed.
Yeah, here we have two
So we got
side-by-side Lavos core fights.
Yeah, Evil Star is it's scary looking, but it'll only ever half your HP, so it's not too terrible. It's just if it gets followed up with one of those bits doing that little orb attack or hitting your character, it can be kind of annoying.
There's the other thing that can happen in this fight that I don't even want to say out loud.
Okay, yeah, let's not then.
I'll just type it in the form of a picture. Actually, we see Kyu is on phase 2 of Magus now, so that's a really good thing.
It looks like he has 2 fire absorb to eat up that flare. Oh, nice. Dipwood's got center bit down.
Yeah, taking center down is actually something I didn't learn about probably until I started playing Jets. I always thought that you needed to take the left bit down no matter what. I guess I was wrong, because if you don't have the right team for that, you can focus on center, get that down, and the right bit will lower its defense either way.
Exactly, yes. No, I'm seeing Aku use laser spin, but not boogie. That's making me kind of sad.
Yeah,
we got Frog down. Oh no.
The Frog is down.
We must only have 2 blackmails.
Yeah, I suppose that if you go into that fight with a strategy already in mind, you know, you may not be overly concerned. I guess, you know, you put those blackmails on, you figure, hey, I'm good. But not realizing that Boogie would get you through this fight so much better.
Right now, Korenth has center bit down, Dipwood has left bit down. Just keeping that defense down on right bit. It's really nice too, he's avoiding those counter attacks. Because if you use AoE and hit left bit or kill center bit with an AoE, you'll get an X strike counter attack, which is really strong. Oh, there's the Grand Stone. He should be fine. Everybody's at high HP. Ooh, Magus went down from that.
It's a little sketchy, but I mean, he's okay.
Yeah, he can do a revive into a Mega, or just a Mega right now.
That's true. And like you were saying, that counterattack does heavy physical damage, as does Grandstone, and sometimes it can be worth it to, you know, use some shields here, or if you have a safe helm, you know, you're just going to notice a huge difference there.
Yeah, safe helm on Magus or Luca with Flare. It'll help you get, you know, just pump out a little bit of damage to the right. Yeah, this is looking really good for Dipwood. I think he'll be able to close this fight out.
Yeah, same with Korenth. He's doing really well on his fight as well. It's been difficult to actually count, you know, the HP here, so I really don't know how close we are here, but they're going to be very close to each other.
Oh, Korenth hitting the drop kick on right bit. That's going to be pretty good damage. And now he can use Dark Matter again without consequence, but he's in prehistory, so he's getting ready to take a Grand Stone for himself.
Oh, and Korenth takes it. Oh, 129.60. Unbelievable.
Korenth.
He caught. I can't believe it.
That was amazing. Yeah, that drop kick made a big difference on right bit. That's amazing. Wow.
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 Oh, that was so good. Great job, Korenth. Wow.
Ah,
We should see Dipwood finishing up really soon. He's in a time period that I don't know the attack. Is that Dreamless down there? I don't see that orange too often.
oh.
Oh, it's the Mammon Machine.
I saw Mammon Machine. Sometimes he'll get sort of stuck in a time warp. No, he is warping now.
Back to Grandstone. Oh no.
Like, it is possible to, like, I don't know exactly how it works, but you can sometimes sort of glitch out the center or whatever it is, but the time warps no longer do anything. He just sits there, but I don't know how that works. But I wonder if we'll get someone in here for a interview.
Evening, guys.
Oh, you mean like Korenth? Yeah, hey Korenth. Very good run. That was awesome, dude.
Whoa.
I cannot believe that. I want to go kick whoever rolled that seed. That's not how I wanted to de-rust.
Well, you handled it really, really well. You were able to pull ahead of Dipwood just a bit in the final fight with Lavos. Drop kick, doing a little bit of extra damage to right bit. That was amazing. He just finished a few seconds ago.
Who was Dipwood using as his third? I'm assuming he had Magus Ayla. Who was his third?
Robo.
Okay, so he was going with. But I mean, you got good weapons for him.
Yeah, he switched to that party like way early on. I'm assuming just so he wouldn't, so he could learn all the techs for everybody.
Right.
He didn't want to deal with someone having 3 techs. I think that's why he did it. We'll have to find out, obviously.
Yeah, no, my thought process was I have water 2. I got Leap Slash. Once it was go mode with Frog, it's like, well, I want to keep Frog in the party for the Magus fight, so you can use the Masamune to drop the magic defense. Then you got Ayla, then you had Magus, like, well, my magic's taken care of, and I can do drop kick later. Surely that'll be good enough. And that was tense.
Really, it really paid off.
How that was going to turn out.
Yeah, I mean, he had quite an edge early on just because he was using a lot of Beast Toss, which was great.
Yep.
And, you didn't have that option, but later on, Beast Toss became not usable at all. And by then, like, you had Dropkick going, he entered the final phase of Lavos before you, but Dropkick made all the difference. I'm sweating from the excitement.
Yeah. Now, I was
absolutely.
I was really wishing we had like +5 power tabs, because Dropkick would have been a one-hit KO on the left bit. But
yeah,
Magus's auto attack is the most important auto attack that has ever happened in a Jets of Time randomizer, I think.
Absolutely.
Because it was the auto attack to take down the left bit.
Yeah, great job, Magus. That was a good hit there.
Yeah, other than that, I mean, it was pretty much a straightforward play. Like, by most of our runners, we had, just a really similar routing, like not much divergence or anything like that, because the seed pretty much told you where to go from the very start.
Yeah.
So. Yep. The one person who tried to resist is now fighting Magus. So.
So that's true. I ended up doing the desert. Mainly because I wanted a few extra levels. Did anyone go run like Hecarim Cave or anything? Do we know where a pendant or anything is?
So Kyu went to Hecarim, and SaintVonJester did as well. I don't think Akuheish did. You and Dipwood both went to the desert, but he just didn't have he didn't have Frog in his party, so he didn't actually do any grinding there. He tried fighting, and then he just gave up and ran away, and then just got all the chests. And I thought that was also a turning point in your run where, you were still a little bit behind him, but you had those extra levels, and it showed after that grind in Ocean Palace. You had Frog Squash ready. That was kind of my cue for you're ready for the elevator. You got Frog Squash before he got Dino Tail, and I think he over leveled a little to get that Dino Tail. So
Dino Tail was really late in Ayla's techs. So I was that was part of the reason I kept Frog. Is like, you know what? I don't have to grind for Dino Tail later.
Yeah.
And I get to escape the Dino Tail last tech curse.
Yeah, that was a good call. That was a really good call.
And Aku is using like everyone has a slightly different team here in the top 3 so far. And right now Aku's using Robo and Ayla and Frog, but he's getting those drop kicks off, which, that's just great to see.
Yeah, here you'll have drop kick and Uzi punch.
Yeah.
So I mean that's a lot of single target damage.
It sure is.
But man, this upcoming Lobos phase for Aku is going to be rough because you can't. What's the best AoE tech? Shock?
Water 2 might actually be better.
Yeah, it could be.
That's kind of so. I mean, you're gonna have to single target down each arm, and that's actually scary because the second arm will cast stop once the first one's dead.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's true. I suppose if he does have shock, he could shock and drop kick, and he might not run into too much trouble. Just because drop kick is doing so much damage right now.
Yes, indeed.
And I'm just checking in on our dear old pal SaintVonJester, and I unfortunately missed his whole Magus fight because I was watching everyone's Lavos fight.
Yeah,
but he's done, and right now he's in Kajar, and he's about to head into the Ocean Palace. His team is very strong right now. So SaintVonJester obviously not on stream on the restream, but he's been racing alongside everyone here, and Korenth, you'd find this funny because he resisted more than anyone Magus Castle. He did everything he could do to avoid it, and he just he got the shaft over and over and over again. He got Geiki. He went to 65 million BZ. He did all these things, but nothing gave him a go mode. So I suppose Mount Woe is important in this seed, although I do not have the spoiler log. I don't know actually myself. We had a bit of a mishap early before the race started. I rolled the wrong type of seed. So anyway.
Oh, here we see. Yeah, we'll see how he deals with his arms. There's a drop kick on that's technically the right arm, but it's on the left for us, so I'll just say left. My bad. To a heel beam.
That's technically correct. The best kind of correct.
And yeah, so we have Jester's really rolling up on Kyuketsuki here, so maybe his over-leveled, his higher levels will help him through this. Well, lost my brain for a second.
I just realized we don't have sound anymore. I'm silly. Silly of me.
Yeah, let's get that Ocean Palace music. Actually, World Revolution. Let's get World Revolution going. That's a really good song.
All right, taking requests.
How he deals with
the
drop kick on the...
We don't have World Revolution because Korenth is just sitting in End of Time. So I'm going to go to Aku.
Oh, Aku. Yeah, there we go. That's the song. World Revolution is when you're fighting Inner Lavos.
But another thing I think I'm going to do here, because why not? Dipwood went offline. Let's bring SaintVonJester on to the stream.
Yeah. Crop him in. Nice. Yeah, now we can compare. We still have, third place is still open. Any one of these guys could get it. If Aku goes down, and these guys are catching up, I mean, it'll be pretty possible for them to get in on this. So we have Flame Battle. So Shadow Doomblaze is coming up pretty quick here. It seems like everybody will survive. Robo has pretty low magic defense, but I think the party can survive a Shadow Doomblaze and go right for a heal or a heal beam.
Yeah. And again, that's it's great to have both options.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you want to, Uzi Punch, go ahead and Uzi Punch and heal with Frog. If you want to do Drop Kick and heal, you totally can.
And it looks like he just went with a mega.
Really nice.
He just went with a mega elixir, which is also a very good option. Like when you have so many given to you for free, and
yeah, and
he was a little low on
killing
MP
him.
too.
Yeah, if you're close to killing this part of Lavos and you're scared about missing the menu, which I often am, you go ahead and heal right before, and you'll be good to go even if you miss it. It's just unfortunately you won't get the ability to change equipment if you wanted to do that.
That's true. Yeah. Nice. Korenth is sending everyone home now. Good man. And we have Aku.
Yeah, it's sad, but
it is sad. It's always sad.
Ooh.
Every time. Aku's going into his Lavos fight now, so see how he does. He should be fine. I mean, he's just outputting so much damage now. It's going to come down a little bit to how Lavos feels like behaving today.
Indeed, yeah. Yeah, he I don't want to talk about Lavos, but I have to because we're in the fight with him. So we're going to start out with a drop kick. It looks like he's going center. Even though he has a bunch of physical damage, he just wants to get that thing out of the way, which is understandable. That's where all the dangerous attacks come from.
Yeah, it's going to take a couple turns to do that. But yeah, you know, sometimes I'll do the same thing. Especially when Lavos...
Yeah, he's doing like...
Especially when Lavos, see, the center's turning a little bit there. Like he's looking at Robo. That makes me nervous. Because you don't want to see the thing that I won't say out loud. But he'll do it sometimes. And when
I think I know what you're not saying.
Yeah, when he starts looking around and looking at you, you get paranoid.
It looks like he's doing just about half Center Bit's health with Uzi Punch and Dropkick. He also doesn't have to worry about the counterattack because he's not really using AoE that much. Oh, we see SaintVonJester pulling ahead of Q, I should say.
Yeah, and that, you know, you made a accurate prediction earlier where you said, you know, the rate Saint Von's going at with his extra levels, and you know, he wasn't too far behind at one point, had an easier time with Magus than anyone else. Could pull into 4th place. It looks like he's about to do that, or yeah, he has now. Oh no, wait. I'll have to look at their levels.
He entered the grinding area a little bit before
okay.
Kyuketsuki did.
Okay. We have Robo down on Aku's screen here. He's gonna get that center bit out of the way,
unfortunate.
Though. I feel like he's done a lot of damage to that center bit, but holy moly, it can be hard to get down.
He's gotten a couple heals. Yeah, a couple heals on the center bit. It won't be too bad if he can just get rid of center and then revive into Mega Elixir before the defense shuts off, or just after the defense shuts off. He won't lose too much of an opportunity to do damage on right bit.
We hate to see that random status, but it looks like, yeah, he's got them both protected here. I guess the Prism Helms. Without
Beautiful,
those,
and it didn't get taken away.
Yeah.
That left bit is healing so much more than I'm used to seeing, though.
It really is.
That's really annoying.
But I guess it's either that or getting you with the Ayla down.
Ouch. Right into the evil star, like we said earlier. That's only a half health attack, so no biggie on Frog, but it could be followed up with something. which we don't want to see that right now. We want to see Frog able to revive and heal.
Yeah, especially with that leap slash he had queued up there. Okay, that's fine. He got a little bit of MP stolen from him, so the last thing you want to see after that is, something like this. Straight up physical attack.
Exactly like that.
Yeah. Those, they can just do...
Ouch.
It's painful. It's painful.
Yeah, so he's probably going to take a little bit here to kind of like set up, see if there's anything. Yeah, there's not much you can absorb on Lavos, but if you throw on a white male and get lucky with one of those crying heavens, you can absorb that attack. That's a lightning attack.
Yep. Yeah, it's one of my favorite helmets, obviously, to wear in here is a rainbow helm. I don't think we've seen any in the seed, at least I haven't, but if I have one, I like to slap it on. Okay, well, either that or, white male's good too, but yeah, it's...
If you have the white male on, don't put on the rainbow helm because you'll get healed less.
Oh, is that true, eh? Huh. I guess that makes sense. Reduces the amount of damage done to you, so... Yeah, huh. But it's worth remembering just to, white absorb helps against Lavos. But he also has
a little bit.
He also has a lot of spells. They look like they're fire based. Like Shadow Doomblaze is one in the phase that Aku's in now. It sounds like fire. It looks like fire, but it's not fire. So red absorb will never help you against Lavos.
Yeah, unfortunately not, yeah. They didn't want you to be able to absorb the final boss's attacks, which makes sense. You could at least let us stop center bit though, right? That's not broken. Drop kicking the left arm. Heal beam. This is pretty similar to his execution last time he was in this phase.
Yeah, almost the same, maybe just a little bit better, just because he's doing it a second time.
SaintVonJester moving on from the grinding spot, so he's making up a little bit of time here on Q. And it might be Aku can probably wipe one more time maybe, but SaintVonJester might come up to third if something bad happens.
I know. I was gonna say, heaven forbid something happens during Aku's Lavos battle here, because we've seen it before, especially
cough.
Repeated Lavos fights. Yeah, cough.
Who?
I don't remember. I wasn't watching that race.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a thing that can happen, so I hope not. And like Korenth said when he was in here for the interview, that's a pretty tough party for Lavos Core.
It is, I mean...
you do have 2 heals, but it's hard to heal when you're trying to do damage, you know what I mean? You know what I mean.
Absolutely, yeah. And yeah, he does have that drop kick, but if I were him in this next phase, boy, I would really be focusing on taking that left bit out. Because, you said, with all those heals, he could probably fare pretty well against some of the onslaught and open up that right bit to damage.
Yeah, maybe doing some drop kick and heal beams.
Yeah, exactly. Because really that's where he was struggling, I would say, is not necessarily he was struggling with the center bit, he was still struggling with the right bit. If he was able to get access to that right bit during that last fight of his, I think he just would have been would have felt more on top of the situation as well. And but he was unlucky too. Lavos was healing a lot and he got unlucky there.
Yeah, it healed every other turn. That was actually really strange. I've never seen that, at least, but yeah, that was a bunch of heals. So
I don't know if I
might try and go for that again. You might go for center again, hoping that doesn't happen again. And with this team, they've all their major damage is single target. So if he can just get rid of center and just start slamming on right bit, it'll be a lot better this time.
I didn't happen to notice if Aku got the menu glitch the first time, but it looks like that if he does get it, he'll be able to put that Terra arm on Robo. I also didn't notice that dropped. That's a pretty good upgrade, I think, because I believe the other best arm I saw was Big Hand.
Oh yeah, I always think the big hand is way better than it actually is.
Yeah, it's it's an upper mid, I guess, is how you would describe it. But sometimes I get that.
No menu.
I don't know what. Yeah, no menu glitch. That's unfortunate. He might have to, use that Mega Elixir. It's his last one, but not much of a choice. Oh, and here we go. He's going for that left bit.
Okay, here we are. Switching to left bit strats.
He's actually attacking it hard, too. He didn't wait for Ayla's ATB to fill up to go for that dropkick. He's going for that leap slash. Oh, and that's... You mentioned this earlier.
I didn't curse anything. Get out of here.
I'm not superstitious, but it's true what you said, that... I mean, leap slash is especially with hero metal and power tabs and everything, and Grand Leon. Oh, it's a great attack, but he has a pretty good chance, it seems, of missing. It's happened to me a million times.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if only we could put some like hit tabs on him or something, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, hit tabs. Hashtag hit tabs. So yeah, here we see.
You mentioned it one time, and I'm just addicted to him now.
Yeah, so he got that left bit out. Right bit is shutting off its defense, but now he is gonna face Grandstone soon.
Ouch, yeah,
ow. That's kind of a smart play. Ayla's at low HP, use a Dino Tail. Heck yeah.
I mean, it's his only AoE at the moment. I mean, yeah, go for it. Let's see. Oh, not bad damage either. Okay.
He's gonna have to be quick to heal up Ayla though, because this Grandstone, it can kind of get shot off at you faster than you think.
Absolutely, Ayla has good physical defense, but this doesn't seem to be like enough HP to survive.
Not good enough, yeah. It looked like he almost had an opportunity there, but he just didn't get into that menu fast enough. Yeah, it's rough having to take a death here. I mean, it's totally recoverable. And again, he's in a better position than he was last time, even with a dead person, because he's got that right bit down. He's able to do damage to it. And
yeah, I agree. And he's chipping away at center as well. He's losing some damage on the right, but he's getting some damage on the center. So maybe if he can bring up Ayla and they can take down the center, it might work out really well.
Oh, that's unfortunate. We're seeing a... Ooh, frog just went down. Yeah.
Well, that's not what I was hoping for.
Yeah, that's another reset from Aku, so...
yeah, SaintVonJester's on double golems, so...
Yeah, that's where my eyeballs went too. And SaintVonJester is not out of this race by any means. It looks like Q is actually still grinding here. He must be looking for Dino Tail. Or something.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar with his playstyle or anything, so yeah, I haven't really experienced much Kyuketsuki yet, so...
I know, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to say I just threw him a follow today, and everyone else out there should do the same to all of our runners, commentators, restreamers, and trackers. But yeah, I'm happy to see new people.
Yes, indeed. I'm happy to be slightly less new people.
Yes, you're slightly less new. After we do a couple of events like this, you become less and less new.
Alright, Aku back into Inner Lavos. He's pretty much got this phase down. It's just getting into that core with no menu at like 100 HP each. That's pretty rough.
Yeah, sometimes you end up in here with a team maybe that is not your favorite, and I feel like maybe that's what's happening with Aku right now. It can help to refight these it just, if you have to make some tweaks that you just didn't see the first time, but of course it's always better to beat him the first time. But actually, this is one of the rougher one of these fights that we've seen tonight. I don't think I've seen him lose a character on this fight yet.
I heard it from a friend, but if you turn the battle speed to 8, it makes Lavos a lot more manageable.
Yeah, battle speed 8 makes everything very manageable for sure. Now that is part of, like, say, the vanilla speed run. You'll see runners switch the battle gauge speed around from time to time. I used to play Jets basically on battle gauge 1, but then I would have serious trouble with Lavos, and I would often forget to change my battle speed. So now I just play it on 2 across the board, but it's true, though, if you're having difficulty with literally any boss, like, and you never, if your battle gauge is any less than 4, I would say, it's worth it to put it back up to 4 or 5.
Okay, we got an arm down. We got Isla down. Oh, heal beam. Nice. SaintVonJester entering Lavos shell. Wow.
Yeah,
look at him go.
He is really showed up here to play today. He is a high level now. Look at those MP and those HPs. He's going to have no trouble at all.
Wow.
Especially with shell. But he may even have a chance to, even if Aku survives all of this fighting, SaintVonJester is just gonna have a higher, faster kill speed here, and a better survivability. He could speed through the Lavos battles, so we'll see what happens.
Yes, indeed. Third place is open for anybody.
Although Kyu is still grinding, and I don't know why. He must be aiming for... I haven't just been looking at his window enough to see if he's checking his menu for something, if he's waiting for attack, if he's Oh my... He's level 40! Now, that is enough levels. He needs to stop grinding. I'll tell him that right now. I'll tell you. I'll tell everyone here. Don't grind this much if you're racing.
Being level 40 for Lavos is really fun. It's probably not going to get you through very quick, though.
Yeah, he's still going to have actually a pretty good time. Like, I picture myself grinding to level 40. I feel like I'd have like a 3-hour time, but he's not going to be anywhere near that. Typically, at this grind spot, you're going to want to go to absolute minimum 27, but I'd say 29 or 30. I think that's what most of our runners do. 40 is kind of unheard of. So, at the very least, I'll be happy to see him have an easy Lavos fight. And here we go, SVJ going in.
Yeah, it took me a while to realize, but as you run down that hallway, the heartbeat gets faster. Like, that's one of the things that blows me away about this game.
Yes, the attention to detail.
Yeah, it wasn't until I played with headphones on that I even noticed that sound at all. Alright, we got Frog back up. Nice. Frog was down, wasn't he? I thought he was. Either way, he healed Robo. Shadow Doomblaze is coming up soon here. It looks like he's trying to kill before Shadow Doomblaze, or maybe he thinks he can survive.
Ooh. He's obviously been counting HP.
Very nice, yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty
Let's
clutch.
see if he can equip that Terra arm.
I would love to see
the
that.
menu this time.
Yeah, I would love to see that. It's going to give him a huge advantage here. I don't watch Aku super often. Sometimes I catch him. I don't know, how much he's incorporated that into his run. But for anyone who wants to play this, work on those menu glitches. And everyone, you too, Koala.
But also make sure and be used to having to react if you miss it. That's also important.
Yes. See now, he's got his buttons on screen too, so I can see that maybe what his error was there was he was trying to hit it at just the correct time, and he actually pressed X like a few times there. So the key is to just hit X and press it down and hold it. But you have to do it at the right moment. But if you like tap X a couple times, you'll screw it up. So really the key is to like wait till that screen goes perfectly black and then just hold X. Hold X once you see that. And I hope Aku hears this later.
Ouch. That Crying Heavens was brutal. Brought Ayla all the way down.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Especially with SaintVonJester is like nipping at his heels now. He's not having any trouble at all here. He's doing massive amounts of damage.
Mm-hmm. And I saw that boogie right away. I think that was an accident. I wish you could stop Lavos. That would be great.
I mean, yeah, yeah. But kudos to him for testing it for us. I never tried it myself and didn't think it would work.
Exactly, yeah. I'm like, has anybody tried? Oh, big drop kick on inner Lavos.
Yeah, he's going to be down in no time here.
That's a healthy drop kick right there. Goodness.
Oh, and he's been throwing out those dark matters too, so between those two attacks, yeah, he's got that down. He's going to head into core now, and we're going to see two core fights on our screen at the same time. And I hope Aku holds on here. I mean, boy, if he didn't learn his lessons earlier, I don't even know if we're going to see him try again. I know that if I fail Lavos a few times, I kind of throw in the towel, because it's like you try so hard to adjust your strategy, but sometimes you don't have the right team, you don't have the right gear. Sometimes it's just pure happenstance and luck.
Yeah, and I would like, if he does go for it again, I would like to see at least like a drop to 4 battle speed or something, because it can make a big difference.
Yeah, and
if you're not quite getting it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's playing on, but it can make such a big difference.
Watch Aku a lot. He's usually on 2.
Right, okay. Yeah, it can make a huge difference. SVJ getting the menu glitch. Amazing. So now he's in a core fight.
Very nice.
And boy, oh boy, he is going to be... If he struggles here, he is really messing up bad, because he's got an overleveled team. He's got high HP, high MP, awesome attacks. He's got party healing from Frog. Big magic output, damn it. Like, he's got everything he needs. Oh, and he's going for center right away.
Way over half health for center. Even if he does get a heal, he can still just do another round like that and take out center. That's really nice. There's that protective seal. So if Frog did have status protection, he won't anymore. Oh no, we have another reset.
Oh goodness gracious, that is... No. You never want to see that. But also, sometimes you do, because it makes it exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you just do. Indeed. Ooh.
And SVJ gets the audio, because he's in the lead now.
Oh, good job, Jester. We all thought he was joking, but no, he's not.
Yeah, no, I never know if he's joking or not. You know, I don't know why. I just...
Okay, so right bit has 20,000 health, if I'm correct.
And it looks like
so
Aku
really
looks like Aku is forfeited, because he, well, has officially forfeited. but also you can see his screen is... Yeah, that's fine. So good try to Aku. I mean, I've been there a million times. You feel like you're doing really well, and Lavos, he just slaps you, and it hurts. But you know, what can you do?
Battle speed 8.
Yeah, battle speed 8. Actually, that's one thing you could try. Yeah, to be fair.
So it seems like if he's doing just about 4K on right bit, he's only got 4 or 5 turns, and the defense stays down way longer than that. So he's looking really good here. Jester is on this fight. Oh, someone's at 20 MP. Let's throw a Mega Elixir. I totally agree.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, we've got Aku in chat. Yes, indeed. Everybody, feel free to talk to Aku. I was wondering if he was getting to the Discord call. Not.
I extended an invitation, but sometimes people just aren't available for voice chat. But if you want any questions asked, do it in chat, and we'll try and read them back, maybe.
Oh, Magus barely surviving that hidden blow right there. The heavens are now crying. Oh, never mind, Mega Elixir. I love it. Perfect.
And Kyu is still grinding. He's got to be like level 60 by now. What is he doing?
Yeah, I'd like to see him move on.
I'm sorry, Kyu, but it's time to move on.
It's like when there's a song you really like and you never want it to end. GG, Jester.
Oh,
taking
Jester?
3rd place.
Yeah, that's great. GG. Oh.
Even with all those extra checks.
I love it when these races just do things you didn't see ever happening. And this is definitely a race that happened. Because, first of all, we started with SaintVonJester not even on this restream. And here he is, coming in 3rd place.
He worked his way.
Okay.
He worked his way onto the restream, and then beat out one other opponent. So that's pretty cool, and probably 2. I mean, that's a pretty long grind. Or definitely 2. Oh man, I just lost my mind.
Yeah. I'm not sure if SVJ is actually gonna join us for an interview, although I will reach out to him. It's just because he knew he wasn't being restreamed today. So he's talking to his own stream and stuff in his own chat right now, but I'll reach out to him here. Let's see what we can do.
I just sent a message in his chat. Come interview.
Yeah, I mean, to be completely honest, unless we are joined by SVJ soon, I think we might just have to call it, based purely on the fact that I have absolutely no idea when when Kyu is going to be done grinding here. I mean, this is the rate. This is not a get to level 99 first. And I don't mean to be mean or anything like that, but
I'm sure he'll be fine with it.
oh, wait, I thought I recognized that voice.
Hi.
SVJ, welcome and congratulations.
Thank you. That was really rough.
That was a rough seed. Okay. Let me collect myself for a second here, but there's a few questions I think we have. First of all, you resisted Magus's Castle like no one I've ever seen. Please explain.
So
it's beautiful.
yeah, I mean, so the thing is, I you can tell based on who finished first, of course. Korenth and Dipwood. They're really good racers. I'm not the best yet. I'm learning.
Ooh, I like how you said yet.
Yet.
Me too.
I am learning. I just, like I said, they have their battle speeds up. They have, I've watched you guys. You guys have your battle speeds up. You guys know where you guys are at. You know exactly what level you guys need to be at. I'm not there yet. Like I said, I've been playing this for quite some time. I'm still learning. I'm getting more confident in my levels. I don't normally use frog. So this is like the first frog seed I've ever done. I'm like, oh, they have this really cool dual tech. Okay, we're gonna use that. And
yeah, nice.
I was instead of trying to grind, at the end, I just did a quick little grind. Okay, I got what I need. Heals coming up pretty quick. Cool. Let's finish the game, right? So that's why I went to go. I was looking for the pendant so I can find some gear, make sure I'm comfortable, and then I went to Magus's Castle. Because I don't know how my mental state would have been if I just went to Magus's Castle at level 10 and just punched myself in the face a few times.
Yeah, and that is what we saw, like, frankly, from the other runners here. Most of them struggled on Magus quite a bit, and once you went through there, finally, you breezed through. And you just breezed through everything. That's why you're in third place, I think, because you did that extra leveling. Maybe you didn't get the best time, but you didn't have the worst strategy either, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's just like I said. I'm not the. You can see who I was starting with. I had Frog, I had Marley, I had all the guys I needed to beat the game. I didn't have to go look for Luca. I didn't have to go look for Crow. I didn't need those. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna try to get my gear up without having that grind, right?
And also, you don't want to go into Magus Castle without magic, and you were lucky enough to get that, but boy, it still was a dead end.
I didn't have a lot of stuff. I found power seals, so I stole some and borrowed and got some. That way, I could buy all the prism helmets and all that stuff. That way, I'm prepared. I stole some.
You stole nothing. You charmed.
Oh, they gave it to me. Sorry, my fault.
That's right.
Exactly. He gave it to you. Yep.
I mean, so that's basically was my money cash. So I got what I needed. Got the prism helmets that just helped me out immensely. Found some Nova armor, which is awesome. 2 silver studs. Yeah, it was good to go. With Ayla, with Frog, I was able to do the Frog Squash / Dino Tail strategy. So I was like, okay, let's make this super quick. And I know my skill level. I can beat Lavos 3 the way I like beating Lavos 3, which is killing the center first. That way I don't get crying blowed or anything like that. Which I did. Thankfully, Magus survived.
Yeah, we saw a few crying blows all around, but we didn't see. I don't think we saw any slaps, so that was nice.
Yeah, it's a good thing you didn't say anything, Rocky.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm learning, and I'm gonna continue to get better, and hopefully, give Korenth and Dipwood and everyone, you Procky and everyone else a run for their money.
Oh goodness. Well, noted, duly noted.
Yeah, but that was a lot of. It was a lot of fun. I'm like I said, I just got to get a little bit more comfortable with my levels and a little bit more comfortable with that faster battle speed, and then I think I'm going to be. Because that's what I'm assuming, Korenth. That's what you guys did. I mean, you and Dipwood both did that. You guys increased your battle speed. That way your ATB gauges go faster.
Go ahead, Korenth. It sounded like you had a question.
No, I was saying challenge accepted. He wants to challenge us. Go right ahead. I welcome everyone that comes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, indeed. And even with all those extra checks, that was a great run, I gotta say.
That's actually... that's 2 minutes slower than my PB.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Not bad. Not bad. You almost PB'd in a race. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I mean, I was just...
Funny
Funny
watching that early on, just, because you were lagging behind because everyone basically went straight for Magus Castle. And so you're like,
Yeah.
oh my god, this guy is so far behind. And then nope, you just rush back. So yeah, that's all I have
Yeah,
to
I
say.
mean, I've done a lot of randomizers, and levels make the difference if you're playing things like this. So, I mean, my Ayla, my Magus, both, and my Frog with the Grand Leon, both, all of them had 170 attack damage. So, my drop kicks were doing 3,300. Probably would have done more if I would have had another Power Seal on Ayla, but I wanted that Silver Stud instead. So, finding those Mega Elixirs on the in Magus's castle, I was thinking to myself, I just gotta hopefully find some Mega Elixirs. Boop, boop, boop.
Yep.
I was like, this is just an easy C now. I had to go back and get the shelters. I was not confident in my sheltering. So, but I'm learning, and I will get better.
Yeah, well, it was great to watch you race in one of these, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing more SVJ, because, by the way, if anyone's still watching and hasn't followed SVJ at this point, SaintVonJester, one of the best all-around streamers I've ever had the honor to meet. So,
I should follow all these guys who raced today.
absolutely, especially Kyu, who I just followed today, but I have went into his VODs earlier before this race, and I find him to be an extremely engaging streamer. So, yeah, with that, I mean, I guess why don't we let Kyu finish off his run, because he did stop grinding eventually. That's good, and
He's actually new to the to this. This is
yes,
I think he was watching my stream, and he got into it, and he picked it up, and he's like, he was ready to go, and he's, that's why you don't see him using like some. Oh, they're a red vest. Oh, I'm so jealous.
yeah, to be honest, even though he may not be technically doing the things I want, and maybe if he watches this VOD, he'll hear some of my criticisms, but
he's gonna have a little bit of trouble on the.
Having said that, coming in here at the time he's at, it's only like 2 hours 17 or whatever. He's like level 50 almost. I've never seen anything like that before. So that in itself is amazing.
He's gonna destroy Lavos. We'll see. Crying Blow does make a difference.
Yeah, that's why I say we should definitely let Kyu finish out his run here for the stream. And other than that, I don't know. Let's all hang out. I don't know. Hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
Yes, indeed.
Oh.
So, Saint, did you say you did find magic?
Yes. I did.
Genki or pendant?
Geiki.
Where was that at?
Shoot.
I think Yakra 13, maybe?
Yeah, Yakra.
Mhm, yep.
Oh, the King's Trial. So,
Yes.
Prism Shard, I'm guessing, was it Ekron?
Yes.
Okay.
Like
That's
I
right.
said, it's just,
Moonstone was
all-
at Denadoro.
Yeah, that was the biggest. I killed all my. Ew.
Now I may have missed this, but did you fight Nizbel?
No.
Oh, okay, so
I didn't need to.
We don't
I
know
didn't need
what's there. Okay.
I did not need to fight him. Like I
Right.
said, it was just.
You just got magic and you did some grinding.
I got Mosmune in 15 minutes. Okay, that's go mode. What do I do?
Right.
Yeah,
learn magic, get levels.
I
That's
learned
rough.
that. I learned that from the last stream. From the last time I was. Moon Blizzard told me that. He's like, oh, you can go. You got Mosmune. You should be goat mode. I'm like, because I'm looking for the ruby knife in my last run. I was like, what? So. Yeah, so I was like, oh, Mosmune.
Yeah, 3.0 introduced the no ruby knife if you go through Magus's castle, which is really, really nice.
I needed a little something. Otherwise, Magus Castle's just so punishing because it takes forever and you're still not done.
Oh, that's the reason why I got my levels, Korenth. It's just like I can't. I needed. I knew what I was gonna do. I was gonna take Magus. I wanted to take Marley. I seriously contemplated it. Then I found blackmails, and I'm like, well, okay, that's that.
Yeah, and especially too, if you don't learn magic before you do Magus Castle, it can be very punishing. I mean, this seed was lucky, especially with Dipwood and Korenth, but especially Dipwood, because he just went with that Magus Robo Ayla team that doesn't need magic, and he was really comfortable with that. And you know, I've seen seeds with Magus Castle that you need magic for. So I don't think SVJ did, you know, the worst thing in the world by trying to learn magic first. It can be so punishing without it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was. I'm just happy that I did what I did, and you know, I was going through it, just like, hey, I'm gonna go for 2 hours. That's my standard time. I will let the pros smoke me. Because as soon as I saw, like I said, Mosmune in 15 minutes, I'm like, well, Korenth's already there, Dipwood's already there, Aku's probably already there.
I was terrified at what Magus Castle was going to be like. Because it's oh, Frog, Ayla, Robo, Magus Castle. That's not fun at all.
Yeah, my thing is, okay, I wanted Magus because he could, I knew exactly, like I said, I was going to go through Magus's castle. That was end of story. But I wanted Magus to get his, you know, his elemental magic. That way I could just use him and just feed him and lapises and heals and whatever I needed. So, and once you got that, I'm like, cool, I got this. I can just use him, heal up, and then I was fortunate that Luca did not cast Flare. Because I had no idea how much damage I was going to do.
Yeah, I think...
just shy of 400 damage.
Yeah, I had a ruby vest on Ayla just in case.
Yeah, Koala noted that Flare is fun unless it's being directed at you.
I did think about actually going to find Luca for the Blaze Kick. Then I was like, okay, I've got to find something. These two have to have a duo tech of some type. Yeah,
you know, that's funny that you kind of discovered Dropkick, because that was something I only discovered myself like while playing Jets. It's a healthy alternative to Blaze Kick. It does a ton of damage.
It did great damage. Like if I would have used the Power Seal on Ayla, probably would have been doing 3 to 4K. And I was like, okay.
Ooh, yeah, and you didn't even have the hero medal. It gets way stronger with the hero medal.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, hero medal now gives the effect of prism specs to Frog.
Oh, nice.
Also, barrier. So
and shield.
And shield. Yeah, it turns him into a god.
Didn't know that. That's amazing.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I looked at how many shields I had. I'm like, okay, this guy's gonna punch me.
Yeah.
I was upset when Magus went down on Lavos too. I was like, okay, what do I do?
Oh, and hero medal retains the improved crit rate for both Masamune and Grand Leon.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
found that.
Hero medal Grand Leon is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, all the Frog hate got to the developers of Jets of Time, and they decided, we want people to like Frog. They, you know,
we wanted Frog to be a viable option.
Yeah, endgame too. That's the key, right?
Yeah, in-game viable option.
Yeah, and Magus got kind of a little bit like anti-life, as erroneous as it seems. It actually extends his viability into the endgame, I feel.
Yeah, I am still one of the biggest Frog fans.
Yo, me too, Korenth. But Magus, he doesn't have any single target without anti-life, so yeah, I think that was a good addition. Like, even though it's pretty costly, you know, MP-wise and you know,
it kills
death.
him.
Yeah, strat-wise.
It's a good single target, and it brings a lot of interesting strategies in where, you know, you can Green Dream or Life 2 or whatever you need to do. You can hit left bit with it. So yeah, I think it's a really cool move, and it's I mean, you know, Black Hole doesn't work super well.
Black Hole was probably the least used tech like of all time, and it was glitchy too. It could sometimes soft lock the game.
Okay, I've got questions about that. What happened to, and where did anti-life come from?
So anti-life is Black Hole, but it's changed because Black Black Hole was problematic. It caused bugs, and so yeah.
Because I remember using Black Hole once and it crashed my game.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
That's why we got rid of it.
So now Anti-Life it does a single target spell equivalent of the damage of Dark Matter, but Magus dies as a result. So you can like put a green dream on him, or you can revive him or whatever. So it's an interesting tweak.
Oh, very nice. We're through double golems. I noticed Isla has 923 health. That's beautiful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She could survive double boomerangs.
Yes.
Yes, she could. No problem. I think any of them could. What do we got? 800 on Magus, 800 on Frog.
Wait, what? You mean Magus's health's first number doesn't stop with a 4?
Yeah, Magus actually is an interesting case. I find that like the difference between say level 31 and 35 is huge with Magus. Like his HP goes from single digit or the first digit 3 to the first digit 5. Like really quick compared to other characters. Within that range he grows immensely in his HP. But we should see Kyu just slap the heck out of these end bosses at the level he's at.
Yeah, I'm really hoping so.
It looks like he's just thinking things through right now. Which, again, I hope he watches this VOD and doesn't take offense to my criticisms, but...
Oh, he won't. He's a good dude.
But Kyu, you gotta just go for it, buddy. You're almost level 50. Get in there, go for the throat.
He's gonna make it hurt, too.
Oh my goodness, I'm excited to watch this, actually.
Oh, if he's running the same party I did, though. Whew.
Yo, have a good night, Maverick. We appreciate you stopping in.
I'm real curious to see just how much damage Dropkick is going to do at level 50.
Here we go, Lavos Shell.
Yeah, that was something we were talking about with Dipwood and Korenth early on, was they had everything basically the same. They were almost, I wouldn't say synced up, but close to. But the team was just slightly different, and you just don't get a chance to like test things side by side like that ever. You have to like do a whole run as one thing, and then you do the next run as another, and you try to test it out. And Korenth just plowed through with that. It was Dropkick. I'm going to say Dropkick won this seed.
Yeah, because Beast Toss was working out for Dipwood way earlier, but at the end of the run, like Beast Toss was useless and Dropkick was just really coming through. That was nice.
And I think it came through for every single other runner aside from Dipwood. Everyone was using Dropkick. Someone's using Dropkick right now.
Dropkick does a lot of damage for being what it is.
It's like
3381.
Yeah, it's not quite as good as Blaze Kick, but it's comparable.
It's cheap.
And it can hit things that are immune to fire that Blaze Kick wouldn't hit.
Oh, that's true as well.
It's
like
great.
Guardian is the only thing I can think of.
Sorry, Korenth, it's great
Left
for what?
bit, exactly.
Yeah, great for left bit.
Oh, left bit, yeah.
I thought about taking out the left bit first. I was like, ugh.
Right on, we got Q shell down, going into Lavos. Let's see Lavos get slapped for once.
Yeah, I'd like to see a level 46 Dark Matter go off here. That sounds great. Can we one hit an arm?
Ooh, and he had one shelter left for this. It's almost like he planned it perfectly.
So much hit points. Holy. This is not going to be
Yeah,
pretty.
mid-tonics are useless. Mid-tonics are completely useless at this point.
Now, he doesn't know all the little tricks and stuff like that either, so... I was fortunate to get the skip, and...
Well, I think we're all fortunate to... when we started this race, I think a couple of us didn't know what your guys' personal estimate was, and when we saw 330, we were like, "Oh my goodness, I didn't know it would take that long." But
yeah.
you did really well, all of you, including Q. Like, I'm happy to see anything under 3 hours from anyone, even under 4 hours, to be completely honest. If anyone's like curious about playing this, you want to jump in a race, whatever, like, if you're under 4 hours, pretty much, you're good to go. Which is a lot faster than beating the game naturally.
3,300 on that drop kick. Oy.
I don't know the last time I've seen someone kill the right arm first. Because the left arm has less HP.
That's why I killed it first. Okay. Makes sense now.
Ha!
The more you know.
I usually go for the right arm, but I stopped that just recently, just so I can get rid of one of the boomerang throwers. But I would just do like my AOE and then direct my single target to the right arm.
Yeah, I went for the right arm all the time because it's just the fastest one to click on. But if the left one has more, thank you, Korenth. I wrote that down too.
Yeah, I want to say the left arm is like 1,000, 1,500 HP less than the right arm. But the right arm, if it is left up on its own, it will start casting stop.
Yeah, that's
You should
true.
be saying the arm on the right,
Yes.
not the right arm.
Okay.
Yeah. From our perspective, the right-hand arm.
You can tell who's a drama kid and who isn't sometimes.
Yeah, this last bit should be pretty easy. I think he'll get it before Shadow Doomblaze.
Yeah. Yeah, it's down now, and
Beautiful.
he really shouldn't have any trouble, to be honest. He's so high level. He's got a good team. He's got AoE heal, physical damage, magic damage.
Yeah, the only bad thing about it was Frog had heal at his last skill.
Ow.
Oh, is that right? I didn't even notice that. Yeah, that is hurtful.
Yeah, so if you took Robo, you had a heal much faster than I did. But I farmed power seals and bought lapises, so I was like, yeah, he doesn't know. We got to teach him all the little tips and tricks.
Yeah, I would recommend the tournament videos from May. I mean,
Honestly,
there's a lot of info packed into those videos.
honestly, there's nothing he's gonna learn more than from watching this VOD, I think, because that's how it went for me. Like, well, the first thing I did was I watched an old race, and then I got hooked on jets. But then when I started actually watching my own play against other people, you know, it all became clear what I was doing right and what I was doing wrong.
That one shot.
Beautiful. That was amazing.
Was he too soon?
Yeah, a little too soon there.
Yep, there it goes.
Fortunately,
Right.
he's going to be able to output a lot of damage. This grandstone basically doesn't matter.
Yeah, and plus dropkick is fairly cheap. Like, obviously, other than Isla, but she has a silver stud right now. So, I mean, it's a fairly cheap ability. It's like 4 and 10. So he doesn't have to worry about ethering much. Pretty much just HP, which, I mean, wow, their HP is still so high.
Yeah, I just noticed that Magus took 441 damage from the Grandstone. So he could actually survive 2 Grandstones in a row at the level he's at.
Just doing a little bit of precaution. A little nervous. Can't blame him.
Oh,
Now,
absolutely
if you're
not.
seeing this and you're thinking, I'd love to be over leveled for Lavos, I would recommend Lost Worlds Plus.
Ooh, yes. Very good category. Seems confusing at first, but it's actually painfully simple.
It's so much fun. It's amazing. Oh, we have Invading Light. Looks like everybody's fine, though. Cool.
Maybe the best thing about Lost Worlds that people don't often realize is that you get to start at level 15.
Yeah, level 15, that's great. You get 3 techs. It's beautiful. Oh, yeah, we did see a double magic wall. That's a slight mistake, but I'm sure it's fine. Of course, it won't have any effect on this attack. This is always half your HP.
Yeah, magic wall, i.e. like barrier, is definitely a decent thing to cast here. It's unfortunate, like maybe he doesn't have shields, or what I mean to say basically is shields are probably a little more useful during Lavos fights than barriers.
Maybe
both
he
are
was
great.
throwing that up because of the counter attack. Maybe that was what it was.
Like, it'll definitely help you if he does certain things, like say the Crying Heavens, or like this, where he's going now into the future, and he's going to cast Dark Matter or whatever it's called for Lavos. But
Dreamless is future.
Yeah, Dreamless.
Okay, cool.
Dreamless.
I'm starting to learn the attacks a lot better. Boom, really nice Dark Matter there. Wow. Yeah, this is in the bag. I'm positive.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's gonna eat this so well because of those barriers that he cast, or the magic walls. This can be it's not as threatening as Grandstone, typically speaking, but it's the second worst thing you want to see.
Yeah, it's a strong AoE. Like I wouldn't, Grandstone is stronger, but don't underestimate Dreamless. Unless you have full barriers, that was only like 200 damage. That was nice.
Yeah, it's something, if you came in here like a really low level, like, sometimes we see a 28 or 29, you would have to really look out for that. Ooh, and right into another Grandstone possibility here. Although he has dished out. He's going to go for a single. Yeah, nice. One hit.
Yeah, he's just keeping the left bit out of here, which is, that's cool, because you can just get rid of left bit and then still damage right with Dark Matter.
Yeah, and that center bit has got to be really close to going down, too, because he's been casting those Dark Matters. And...
he's in kill range for Grandstone right now, though.
Yeah. Oh, luckily we only see Magus go down. That's fine.
Wow, that defense stat on those two is insane.
Their
Wow.
HP 45 and 85. Oh, that could have been so bad.
Reviving to Mega. Oh man, yes. Reviving to Mega. It's so good.
Sorry. That might have been inappropriate, but this is fun to watch.
Okay, he's got the shield now.
Lavos went Grandstone, and then he went Dreamless, then Grandstone. Yeah,
That's brutal.
Should be no time now in which he...
Right there, GG's, GG's.
That's a heck of an early run for any new runner.
I totally agree.
Not bad at all. Mm-hmm.
All this to say, all you new runners who are out there watching this, you too can do this and come and play and learn and play Jets.
Yeah, I didn't realize, that he was so fresh, so green, but he is good. I mean, I saw a lot of things I liked there, I gotta say. I don't know if we're gonna get him in for
if he just did a grind for 35, he could have been 20 minutes faster even.
Yep. He went super safety, which is smart for sure. And again, I'll bring this up again. I was pretty impressed at how quickly he actually got to those high levels. Within a couple hours, he was like level 40 or whatever, and I can't even do that. So, yeah, I don't know if we'll get him in here for a quick interview.
You might have to rip him in here because he's waiting in general.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Someone has the possibility of Korenth?
I don't, but I can give him commentary role to allow him to come into the restreaming channel.
Oh, that's how you do it.
Hey there, Chief.
Q.
What up, man?
GG.
GG.
Peanut butter by an hour and 20 minutes, man.
Congratulations.
I very much enjoyed
Yes,
watching
indeed.
that run, I have to say. I didn't know that, you would be grinding so long necessarily. But still, I didn't foresee someone getting such high levels in such a short amount of time. That's the only thing that hurt you, I have to say.
I know that, and it's only the reason is I've actually had that party before. I've only run 5 or so seeds at this point, but I've actually had that party minus Frog, but Marl instead. And which was better for me at that point because I didn't have any AoE healing. I'm like, I know I need a high level at this point because otherwise I'm going to get greedy and die. And I still nearly got greedy and died.
Yeah, but you didn't, and you had a very successful end game, to be completely honest. I mean, you're doing everything right, and yeah, the only thing was actually Koala. Did you have something to say?
No, I was just gonna say good job. I mean, just keep practicing. You'll get more comfortable with lower levels, with more, party variation as you, continue to play. Like 4 or 5 seeds in, yeah, that's genuinely a good run.
I honestly wanted questions. Like I expected questions about why did Hecarim K first before I went to Magus Castle. And
I figured tech points.
Tech points was one of them, but the other reason is I saw that I was level 11 at that point, and I actually had difficulties with Slash when I tried to do that at the low teens earlier on one of my earlier runs. I was expecting a question about that one.
Yeah, and we did see some struggles at Slash with other runners actually. So good call.
So like this early, luckily for me, I've only done 5 seeds, but 2 out of the 5 were this exact run where you basically had the broken hilt and the sword early. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go to Magus Castle. I got Frog already. I need levels. Hecarim's Cave is great for that. Let's do that. And then I was like, well, what else can I do? And it's like, I got magic blocked early on, and that was really a big disappointment because I knew that's why I couldn't get any more techs because I was magic blocked at that point. So I was like, I didn't really want to look for a gate key, and where would be the gate key? Let's see, we had Robo, so it'd probably be in the desert at that point, yes?
The gate key was behind the Yaker 13. Prism Shard being at Hecarim, right?
Oh yeah, Prism was at Hecarim. I did have Prism Shard.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know, because that's what I went to go and get that.
that's right. Yeah, SVJ went for Yakra 13, and but unfortunately was also a dead end. You know, Magus Castle was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Magus Castle was the way to go.
Wait, so I'm still a little bit new on this one.
Yes.
I had the Prism Shard,
Yes.
but I didn't go through Giant's Claw. So you can
Nope.
still do Yakra 13 with this
Yep.
Yes.
card. And
As
not
long as you have Marley, yeah.
Okay, because
As long as you have Marley.
Oh, okay. That was the issue then earlier. Again, like very new.
Yeah, I didn't know that you were so new, but that's great. Like you honestly posted a great time. It makes me look bad because of the times I was posting when I was that new. So anyway, I just you did so many things right and other things, you know, haven't, but it's good to see you in the community. So welcome. You?
Hey, you don't have to. You don't have to be super nice. It was like I'm familiar with a lot of the randomizer. I try and boil everything down to how can I not screw it up.
No, that's fine. I just it's always good to see new people, and yeah, always here to stalk you and give you tips.
But is there any other questions that you had about my run other than that? Because like I am open. Like this was a practice run. Like yes, I grinded really hard, and I'm glad I actually did. I thought about stopping 4 levels earlier, and I nearly died on Lavos.
Yeah, they were all like, "Oh, he's at 45 hit points." And I'm like, "Yeah, scary."
Well, I don't know all the health points at this point still too. It's like I just had a feeling like he's nearly dead. Let's try and push it. Let's get greedy, and I nearly got punished again.
Yeah, no, I don't have anything else though. Really, it's just been a great race night. I'm ready to kick back though, for sure.
Yeah, I guess if I was to ask one more question, unless anyone else has one, it would just be, you know, why did you choose the team you did, and why did you discard the member you did?
Okay. Well, the only times I've ever cleared Lavos, and like on Tuesday, like I started playing the game on Tuesday this week.
Okay, that's new information to me.
The only time I've ever cleared Lavos is when I've had very, very strong mage teams.
Yeah.
And the last time I tried to do Lavos, I had Magus, Marley, and Ayla. And that failed for 2.5 hours. So the moment that I had that party, I said, no, we're taking Frog, and hopefully Frog gets heal. Because I want an AoE heal. Never got the AoE heal, but I said, I'm fully committing on Frog. Right. Let's go with it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really unfortunate that heal came last.
Yeah, it's like the one I wanted was actually because I love to just kill things. I really just wanted Luca, and I could not get Luca because, you know, more mages more better for Lavos is what I've heard. And I've had the most success whenever I've had Luca and Magus. And like, well, Magus is not the greatest because he didn't have a lot of dual techs, and that's what Aku's been teaching me over the last couple runs, because Aku's been their consistent help member of the team. Basically been trying to say, hey, don't do this, don't do this. Magus is really only a selfish member of the party. You have to treat him like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm like, okay, I love Ayla because Ayla is like a monk in Final Fantasy 4. I'm sorry, not Final Fantasy 1, where you basically grind her and she can just beat stuff up when she gets enough levels, but she doesn't have really great techs. And I really am just a big fan of versatility. So I'm typically a Robo Man, a Magus Man, a Luca Man, is because I like big mages.
Yeah, they're very strong, especially, you know, at end game. So, yeah. And
I am inevitability, and that's the way I say it. It's like, I'm just going to grind until I actually feel comfortable to do it. But I'm happy that I finished with 2 hours and 40 minutes, and hopefully I can cut down some menuing time and some routing, because again, like I had some routing errors. So
Well, like I said too, I'm probably gonna stalk you now and make you the best player I've ever seen because I see true talent here.
He stalks me too, Q. Sorry.
Rocky's gonna make you a star, baby. A
Well, I mean,
superstar.
I've seen Procky in my chat since I was grinding fucking. Sorry, that was higher
Nice.
than that. I'm sorry, but I have to
Nice.
tone it down. Teen tones. Since I was running Final Fantasy 14 in 2017 on Christmas, very drunk. So
Awesome. Well, hey, it's been a pleasure. This is one of the funnest races I've ever seen. Maybe the most fun. I don't know. I say that every time, but I mean it every time too. Everyone who turns out for these continues to impress me, and yeah, it's been a pleasure. SVJ, you're still here. Thank you for joining us. Korenth, you're still here too. Thank you.
Raid is ready.
And of course, Unqualified Koala. You might have to think about changing your name to Qualified Koala.
What? Why? Nah, I'm not qualified. I promise.
But it's been a
But I appreciate
a pleasure.
the sentiment.
Been a pleasure.
Yes, indeed. It sure has. Yeah, this is a really fun race. This is exactly what I like to see out of a race, is just twists and turns and